Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network. Welcome to another live stream. Welcome to the Monday Night Raw after SummerSlam. We got lots to talk about. We got lots to get into. We will be your live reaction to all the action here tonight, folks. Get in that chat, blow it up. Let us know what's on your mind. And we're going to have a fun one tonight on a Monday. Get in, hit all the buttons, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you Raw tonight. The fallout from SummerSlam. A lot happened this weekend. We were there live for all of it, folks. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. We're going to get into it. And we're going to talk to you great people out there. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I hope Monday went well. And we are off and running, getting ready for the Raw after. Lots expected. Not a lot announced. A lot of wide open spaces. But me and that pretty face got you for the next couple hours, folks. Blow up that chat. We want to see triple digits hanging out with us each and every night. And if you don't know who we are, I'm Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and I know I said this to you right before we went live, but I'm almost more excited for this Raw tonight than I am for the Raw after Mania earlier in this year, because we know nothing. Like you said, I know I got Roman and I got Big Cass. That's all I got out there.
Yeah, we were told that, August 3rd, Big Cass would arrive, and we will see what that looks like here tonight. We know that's a thing. We know that should be happening. If you go to WWE.com, they have the graphic of Roman, so we'll see the fallout. I saw, we're going to get the fallout from Liv becoming or retaining the title. We're going to get the fallout from Chad Gable's your new IC title holder. Yes. But yeah, not a whole lot locked in for this eve.
Which means it kind of feels like you said, wide open spaces.
Right? So
it's very much anything could kind of happen. I mean, we saw literally on night 2, anything pretty much happened. We saw Kevin Owens show back up. We saw Chelsea Green win the women's world title and dedicate it to Michael P.S. Hayes, which was the best move ever out there. We all owe Road Dogg an apology.
Right. She's going to lose the belt tonight on Raw for being rude. Jokes, but I just watched those 2 moments back right before we came live. I watched Kevin Owens' spot, and then I watched the match, and then I watched the last 3-4 minutes of the women's match. I mean, a lot of talk about who's a good booker and who's a bad booker and blah 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 blah, and who's putting out what. But I think those are 2 moments that were done extremely well. Like, even the Fatal 4-Way, that it didn't go so long. You never lost the energy of, like, by the time the match ended, people were still going, holy shit, he's here. Not just, wow, he won. It was like, that's Kevin. Like, I thought they did it really well. Chelsea's spot was outstanding because you had all 4 women fighting around her, and we all kind of forgot that she was there until Nick was like,
she's literally hanging off the bottom rung of the ladder and everything out there.
And I said it, if she did the Undertaker, if she popped up, the place would lose its mind, and it did. And it was great. What a great moment.
Now, I know we debated about whether night 1 or night 2 was better, and I think we, especially coming at the end of last night, all agreed that night 2 was better. But did it have more of just the bigger moments? Like, it had probably some, like, more not good matches, I'll say.
Really?
Then night 1, Corbin, Trick, Danhausen, Dom. Okay. You liked Corbin Trick?
Yeah, I didn't mind it for what it was. People are just mad because the bad guy won. Suck it up, Buttercups.
Well, I mean, I feel like the only bad match that happened on night 1 was the Bellas match.
The Bellas match, which I mean is interesting now because let's say in a world where the Bellas now are together and they were going to beat up on Paige and Paige needed a friend, that feels like a really comfortable spot for Tatum Paxley to fall into. But now it's been announced Brie is officially hurt. She broke her shoulder, the scientific part of her shoulder. But so she's going to be out. So you get Nikki back to tell the story that you were hoping to tell. Now it might be Nikki Page 1-on-1. But yeah, I mean, I thought the Bella match was what it was. I'm trying to think about night one as far as I think what night two would have slam dunked it if the Penta match was better. But I thought the Penta match
Yeah.
was very average, like very.
But also, I think they slam dunk it with the main event, because I saw very few people have an issue with that. I saw most people kind of praise that even beyond, gave Roman his flowers. I saw some people saying that that's already a match of the year contender, and
For
especially just that last moment of kind of the Shield sign off kind of felt like the end of an era a little bit.
Oh, for sure. I mean, even putting the mask down for one Dean Ambrose. A
Are
lot
you
of
sure?
people
Was it for Angle? Angle was a
might have
one-time
been for
member.
Angle.
Was it for Hunter? Hunter was a one-time member.
Right? That might make more sense. But no, ultimately, I thought there was a lot of like emotion to SummerSlam. And I don't know that we've said that a lot in recent wrestling. Of, you know, there was emotion. Chelsea Green's moment was emotional. Like the end of an era. Like if you grew up and as you were kind of going through those, you know, your teenage years, and the Shield was it in wrestling, like especially
Oh
at
yeah.
the time, there wasn't much else going on. So the Shield were like the biggest thing in the wrestling world. So that chapter closes, and Seth and Roman have a moment. Which now does that set up a moment where Roman needs help, and now Seth, who doesn't hate him as much, might be able to help him.
That would be ultimate way down the road, long
Okay.
term. I think. I don't know if we'd put that anytime this year. I don't even know next
Okay.
year.
Really? Okay.
Well, definitely not this year. I would say what happens at Mania? Who's the big baddie? He needs help from Dwayne.
Well, I mean, if the bloodline turned on him, if like right now he has a bloodline that took an L last night, there still feels like there might be something, you know, not quite right there. So I don't know. I don't know. I just wondered if there was a position where Roman was kind of in trouble, mostly with his own people.
I could see them having that in their bag of tricks. I don't know if that's something I would, like I said, I
Fair enough.
wouldn't exactly use that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I think it was a really nice closeout, and like you kind of said, it was around that whole time with like the Yes movement and everything when the Shield was popping off that brought a lot of people back to pro wrestling. Was there's cool three dudes that come out there and just wreck
You're
shop and are
mashing shit
looking
up.
like fucking tactical SWAT dudes and everything.
Right.
Yeah. So that really was a nice little end note to everything. Like they even did the wacky clothesline, they did the dirty deeds. Michael Cole can't even bring himself to say Dean Ambrose. It's just the third member of the Shield.
The third member of the Shield, the third guy. I wouldn't say his name either. Ratings instantly go down when you mention him on a wrestling program. But no, I mean, again, there was that. Kevin Owens, obviously, big emotion. Yeah, I mean, again, a lot of people out there. I mean, I feel like the majority of people got it and felt good about it. You know, some of the usual naysayers. My question to the people that hate this stuff, what would you do instead? Like, I mean, everyone seems to have a complaint, but how would you like? All right, Penta and Chad get a bit longer and have a better match. You don't book the Bellas because we don't really care. You know, but how much better could it be? Like, it was really solid across the board. The idea that it failed and it's garbage and same old.
Oh no, it was
that is
definitely
crazy.
still. We're splitting hairs. Like I gave night 1 an 8, and I gave night 2 a 9 out here.
Yeah.
So debating which one's better than the other is splitting hairs and getting nitpicky and down to brass tacks out here. Overall, it was probably one of the better pay-per-views WWE's had of 2026.
It was better than Mania from start to
pay-per-views
finish
of 2026.
I think it was better than Mania overall.
It was definitely more consistent and everything. Like Mania had the night 1 issue, and night 2 dusted it.
Yeah.
This, you know, we're splitting hairs over, well, I kind of like this a little bit more. Well, I kind of like that. Right. Okay. Well, they're both still fucking great.
Right. But that being said, I mean, we are about just shy of, you know, just under 20 minutes away from the start of the show, folks. It's supposed to be a big one again. Wide open, not a whole lot of announced, no matches that I know of. If anyone out there has seen a match announcement, by all means, let us know. But we have not seen one. We will get to the chat and do roll call as we always do. If you were just tuning in, we take a rating out of 10 at the end of every night. We take your predictions on every single match, and we talk to the chat more than any other channel out there. Whether we like each other's opinion or not, we click away. But a little order of business before we get rolling, as we do have to crown a new champion, Mr. Jose Big Nick.
Is this first time? It feels like this might be first time champ. It might be second time, but
Might be
yeah, shout out Jose. We kind of had that track record of everybody kind of playing volley for serve with it. But yeah, this one too was over both nights, and you were even kind of towards the end live tracking it. It came down to like a 3-horse race out there.
Yeah, it was really close. It was a couple of people that had 1 point behind. I believe MDB, Reader snake bit. Reader's like the bridesmaid. We got to find a way to help Reader get a W here.
He's the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills.
But yeah, I mean, 1 point win, no tiebreaker. First time in a couple pay-per-views that didn't require a tiebreaker, and that was fun to see. Big night for Jose. So J-Rod with the big W.
There you go.
J-Rod. I don't know if that's going to stick.
I don't know about that. One. Well, because there's already the female wrestler who was already having the tryouts there.
Oh, J-Rod. That's right. Let's go. But Spaz, Adam, and Reader. Adam back. He's been gone for a while. Spaz are always at that top. And Reader, of course, our buddy running the Facebook, which cooking. Go check out our Facebook. Top 3 from last night's stream. Make sure you get in the chat. The more you chat, more points you get. XP points add up. Super chat, super stickers, and gems get you bonus. So do not forget to use those as well. See if you can get your name on top of the charts. But it's National Watermelon Day, according to Zach, Nick.
Fair enough. I mean, interessante. I don't know. I mean, I'm always down for a slice of watermelon out there, especially it's one of those you can only eat it in the summertime. Like you can't have like winter watermelon. That shit is not in season.
Right. A little harder to come by, but yeah, big fan. And even like watermelon flavored things. This is all good.
Well, watermelon lemonade is a thing that I got put onto this current summer that we're in and everything like that. And it slaps, my guy. Watermelon lemonade.
Lemonade, you say?
Yes.
I am piqued. I am interested. We shall find out.
It's been all the rage out here. Even you got some of the fast food chains doing their goddamn, latest and greatest out there with it.
Watermelon, lemon.
Now, see, we're trading. You've got the buckets of popcorn chicken, and I've got the watermelon lemonade. There we go. We got ourselves starts of a barbecue.
Let's go. Kevin, welcome back. Reader, we mentioned you, sir. Welcome. Do what Reader said. Smash all the buttons. Don't forget the reaction buttons. Breaking news, Jody Threat is no longer. Yes, Anthony, if you go check out our page and Anthony's page, you will see that Jody Threat, Jody. Jody is no longer with TNA.
Yeah, because she's going to MLP. That's where I bet you.
That makes a lot of sense. Apparently, Sade is also out.
Allegedly, I'd love to see my girl Jakara back out here, but I do also love me Samara Sade, and I don't want her to go to the AEW Women's Division because that's kind of like the Island of Misfit Toys right now a little bit.
Right. Damien is saying Jacob versus Royce in a street fight, though I had not heard that as of yet.
I looked and couldn't find this announcement. So, Damien, if you can cite a source, I'd love to see it. But yeah, I haven't seen that announced at all.
No, I have not seen that either, Damien. That'd be awesome if you let us know where you found it. The fallout.
It'd be awesome if it happens. I'll give you that too.
Right. The fallout from a spectacular 2-night SummerSlam. I mean, hard to disagree, but I want to see if they can maintain the momentum. Give us a good show. Give us a fun show. SummerSlam felt a little different. Even the cadence of it all felt different.
It moved at a pace, I think, probably because it started at 5 instead of 8. But I still, like I said, I want to see how the chat feels or anything. If I'm kind of out of base with this, if I'm more excited for this Raw than I am the one after Mania this past year.
Right. Interesting. It really is an interesting question. Yeah, I think it's funny because I don't really initially have that like, ooh, it's the Raw after SummerSlam vibe, right? But maybe.
But it is. I think it's like we got a lot of surprises. We got Randy. We still haven't even talked about the fact that we got Randy popping up on night 1 and everything. So that's the thing is we've had a lot of unexpected moments, and they normally they're trying to catch some heat again out here. They had the whole ticket debacles. They've known that they've got to catch some big heat out here. So I think they're going to run with, we got surprises. There's nothing announced. And I
No.
know normally I complain and bitch about that, but that's
Okay.
one thing when it's coming off of a pay-per-view versus it's like
Okay.
week 3 out of a 6-week run.
Yeah, I mean, you want to keep it moving, but you do want to, on a night like tonight, the idea that it is open, I understand why, and you want people tuning in because it's a bit of a reset, right? Coming out of this pay-per-view,
Yeah.
now we reset and we're kind of heading towards other, we're kind of, whatever we started at SummerSlam is great. Whatever we haven't started yet, it's going to kick off tonight and Friday. So we get that ball rolling. There's a bird outside my window that I'm going to shoot if it doesn't shut the
Tweet
I
it,
don't know.
tweet
Is
it.
the mic picking this bird up?
No, you're out here. You're on your Brian Last Jim Cornette thing of like you're hearing imaginary gardeners and stuff. Let's all be quiet for a minute and see if we hear the bird.
Do y'all hear this bird? It will not shut up.
Moment of silence for the bird.
I'm trying to talk here, bro.
No one hears the bird except for you. You're
I hope it flies into a clean window. What are we doing?
Test out that Windex commercial out there. But should we say hi to the people as we're
rolling? Ronan's here. Kevin, we got him. Roll Tide back with us. Raw after the best SummerSlam of all time. Final week of summer break until I get back to the books at school. Good luck at school. Hopefully you hunker down, sir. So let's cap it off with KJ and Big Nick. That's how we're going to roll tonight. We're going good. The biggest party of the year. I got the smell of the beach in my beard. I'm ready for a big show. Nick's looking good, feeling good. Again, lots happening. We're excited.
You're out there like a goddamn Disney princess. You got birds trying to fly in through your windows and everything just to land on your arm and shit.
Yeah, forget KJ White. It's Snow White up in this bitch right now. What is happening?
Does that make me a dwarf? Can I say that?
Not at your size.
That's what they call it in the book, okay? But also, side note, did you see that Brad Williams? Shout out Brad Williams.
Wants to be a mini housing so bad.
Was a mini housing and wanted to be a mini housing.
He begged for it. He got it. I love it, dude. I love shit like that. That is epic. I think he's so good. I think he's so funny. And then to kind of get this thing again.
Am I wrong though that WWE never drew attention to that?
No.
Why did they not? They had a celebrity right there that wanted to be a part of it.
Like, yeah, it's so funny. They weren't like, wait a minute, that mini housing looks familiar. Like, I guess they could have done that.
Is it because they wanted him to like slide in and, hey, I'm not a celebrity? That might be cool.
Yeah, just do his thing and then leave and just be like, guess what I did? Yeah, maybe. Why not? And he was asking for it. Like, man, someone let this kid know I want to be a mini housing. They're like, we heard you. We heard you. Right? Let's go. And I'm all for it. I think that's funny. I think they should do that all with a bunch of different people. We'll just keep slipping in different minis.
Just Wee Man. Well, we've already had El Torito.
El Torito was a good one.
We're going to get, Micro Men.
Right? Slip them all in, right? Like out of nowhere. Just, wait, who's that? We're all looking at the minis trying to figure out who they really are.
It's going to be instead of, we keep thinking under the cloak is just one giant guy. It's going to be a bunch of mini houses all stacked up.
Right. Good Lord. Never know. JD from New York could be one. I'm just kidding. Uncalled for. Not
He'd be the very evil instead of the very nice.
What's up, Big Nick? How are you? And KJ, I skipped myself. Clay Lewis, how you doing, buddy? Damien's back with us. Ken. Okay, I'm going to speed up, and then Nick can grab any big ones or important ones. But F. Valdez, welcome. A newer name or maybe a new name altogether. Adrian, I see you, buddy. Safit. Foxy Pug over on Twitch. Don't forget, we have a Twitch, and I promise we're going to play with Twitch a little more. Pause on all of that, I think. Yeah. Guardian, welcome back. Almighty Pop. Ronnie, Roll Tide. Ronnie again. MDB, the Knee Pad Patrol, who's vicariously taking a W tonight because Jose got one. So congratulations to MDB in some sort of way.
It's like the knee pad world order running wild out there.
Right. Gave you a like. We appreciate that, sir. Let's go. KO versus Punk's going to cook. I can't think I'm going to be wrong about that, Nick. I mean, I don't see them not being able to pull off something pretty solid here.
I'm surprised. I found out today that's a match that's never happened before.
Never. That's crazy.
Never once. Right? Never ever. Never ever ever.
Similar circles. They know the same people. Part of, there's true angst there between KO and Punk, at least to the degree of, a lot of KO's friends probably not a big fan of Punk. So, I mean, I think there's a history, even though maybe that's almost like okay, you give me a dream match. Let's go. This is something new. When people say, "Oh, this again?" No, not again.
Yeah,
Not again.
but I hope we don't do this at a set on his main event, though.
No, I think it. I mean, you could do the first off, and I think they might do like KO and Sammy versus Punk and Cody, right? I think that's the Saturday Night Main Event vibe. I think that's the vibe. I can't even. I mean, love it or hate it. I think that could happen.
I would save it for Money in the Bank. Of save Punk and Kevin and give them some time and let them go deep into those wounds and that trash talk and everything.
Yeah, if you do anything at Saturday Night Main Event, don't let it be the end. Don't want to done it. No, keep it going. Carpenter, they effed over Chad Gable's celebration by putting the stupid mascot. Yes. Simple. Yes, Paul. So next time you tell me I don't ever accept the bad stuff, here's a good example. It probably wasn't the best moment. I'm not that mad about it, but
they stomped over the ceremonial, the prodigal son. They didn't even give him a video package, and they stomp on him with mug root beer. Is mug root beer synonymous with Minnesota? I'm from New York, New England way, so I don't know about Minnesota.
This guy's in the ring crying with his family, and somebody's like,
a guy in a fucking dog, a pug outfit.
Cue the mascot. Cue the mascot. Like, what? Listen, the commercialization of WWE has hurt it. We've seen, maybe less eagerness or less, at least, quick response from the fan base to buy tickets. Some shows have been bad ticket sales by their standards. I mean, SummerSlam ends up doing pretty well overall, but the over commercializing, the too many ad breaks, shit everywhere. That's one of those moments where you roll your eyes and you're like, guys, come on, you're rich enough.
We joked that they missed an opportunity. They missed a spot. They didn't have advertisers. There was no Wingstop boards under the canvas when Brock tore it up.
Right.
Snap into a Slim Jim board.
Yeah, if they want to have the root beer dog run out while he's like at the top of the ramp, fine, I guess. It's just so like out of place.
He does the clap. He does the Stone Cold. He does the clap with the two fucking root beers at the top of the ramp.
Right.
There's at least your sentimental tie, and let the guy get his fucking kids from hugging off him before he's got to sit there and slam back a goddamn mug of root beer.
Dad, who's the weird man in the dog suit?
That's the dog. That's some nightmare fever dream shit.
Right.
Some of those kids.
Hey.
The dog man came to take daddy away. The dog man came to take daddy away.
So silly. I think because I was so happy for him and shit, I was like, all right. But it does, like, you're like, ugh. It just feels cringy. It's not good.
Right.
What's poppin'? Samuel back in the house. Kevin. Can I see you, buddy? Christian Power, always a pleasure. OG Dill in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Samuel. We got Valdez. Mega's with us, causing trouble as always. See Money rhyming and rapping out there. How you doing, buddy? Jose, there you are. The champ is here. Jose Rodriguez. Let's go. Watermelon lemonade is old. Depends where you are, I guess, because I'm not in on it.
I was in the Northeast. Apparently, when you're down there in Florida, it's a normal thing.
Yeah, melon's around all the time in Florida. Pause.
Right.
I did confirm. There you go. The Ringsider Anthony, the TNA coverage that nobody else has. I mean, Anthony, thank you for that. Sade done, Nick. Is it Jakara?
I hope so. Or even if she just comes back as Mara Sade. If they let her keep Mara Sade and they don't give Mike Santana back his name, then we got so problems.
Do you think, is there a chance that, do you just make Sade, you bring her in and make her a baddie? Would she be a better baddie?
No. She's too talented to just be a baddie, respectfully. She's out there. I thought she was going to win. Now, if she leaves, like, isn't she? She was my favorite to win the Knockouts TV tournament out there. So if she leaves, then who the fuck wins it out there now? But she's been great, and she was probably kind of TNA's top rising knockout out there. So I would have happily seen her stay there. I don't want to see her in a baddie. I want to see her maybe at most team up with Lash, but still kind of have some singles run to her. Like, she could compete for the women's US title or the women's IC title if she was on the main roster. She could definitely compete in NXT.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely compete in NXT, especially she never really had a solo run in NXT. It was her and Lash kind of all, pretty much till she left. So if she showed up in NXT and kind of rivaled like a Kendall, I could get behind that. I mean, I could see that where that works. There is also the opportunity of, does she reunite with Lash?
I mean, I'd love to see it. I love my Meta 2 girls. I never met a 4, but I did Meta 2.
Right.
I did want to quickly click on Guardian of Nick, the man who quoted Treeouts just passed away. Yes, T's and P's. I saw the Soprano actor just passed away, but I don't think it was him. I think it was Joey Diaz. That was definitely in The Longest Yard with the Treeouts.
Weren't they both in The Longest Yard?
It might have been.
But Joey
I think it was Joey Diaz was definitely in it, but also then again, it might have been Sopranos line too, because I remember it being more of a Terry Crews line. Come to the Treeouts.
Yeah.
Because Chris Rock says it.
Yeah, come to the trio, you big dumb.
Yeah, da-da-da-dun.
Yeah.
And the beat goes on. Da-da-dun.
Right. Who else we got in this chat here tonight? We did say Ken. Oh, Sunil. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. 316. I'm curious. You should be pretty happy, but Dom did take an L. I thought overall SummerSlam was great. The best men's match was Rollins-Roman, for sure. Okay, for sure, maybe. And the best women's match was Livia, undeniably. Happy that Green won the women's championship. Facts. That's very nice.
How do you feel, though, of Dom? Has he fallen off? He's mega champion, about to defend that at Triple Mania and just took a loss to Danhausen.
Yeah.
And that's the most memorable thing since he beat John Cena on his retirement tour.
Yeah, which wasn't that long ago. I mean, he's still Dom, and Dom still gets a lot of heat. Dom, to me, is one of those characters that persevere through. It don't really matter if a guy like Dom wins or loses, like, because he can play that. I'm just goofing around and I'm being dumb and I'm talking about chicken fingers, and he can also be that heel that has championships. So, I thought he was going to lose to Danhausen. I don't think Danhausen's going to lose forever. He might go on a Goldberg run. But yeah, I'm not worried about Dom overall as far as where his standing goes. And we're still kind of waiting to see how Judgment Day plays out, because it's still going.
They won't go away. But Liv Io was that almost
great.
Was that match of the weekend? What is your overall match of the weekend? As I got about 30 seconds before Rock.
Right. Roman Seth, probably. Roman Seth, the Fatal 4-Way was really good, and I have sentimental feels for that one. Io Liv was like top 2, top 3. Okay. I'm guessing.
I would say top 3. Well,
top 3. I mean, the Hell in Cell was
or Aldis Gunther.
Aldis Gunther was good too. I'd put Aldis Gunther at 2, maybe. Punk Cody can't be slept on. It wasn't a bad match.
I think it got a lot of hate just because it was CM Punk and Cody Rhodes.
It wasn't a bad match, though. Like, I know a lot of people kind of foo-fooed it. I think largely part of who was in it, right? Everyone's favorite babyface to hate, everyone's guy to hate. So, yeah, that match got a lot of bad press, period.
Yeah, you could say that. It got a lot of stains on it, you might say.
What up, Kane? What up, Baby J? What up, Christian? What up, Jake, the OTC? What up, Dennis? Welcome. Lazy Bookings in the house. I got the Netflix logo.
Yeah, so do I. We might be spot on out here. I was waiting for it. I got
bird shut up.
There you go. Now, is it a brawling bird? Which one is it? Is it Windsor? Is it Hater?
Now?
Oh, I probably passed that.
This is my fault. I distracted you with
Forever.
Oh. Slightly ahead.
Yeah, I got to do a pause. Let's see. I am together.
Let's go, folks. Dial in with us. Watch the show. We will keep you up to date, and we will be your alternative commentary to all the wrestling. Back all week long. We got lots coming your way. More pay-per-views, more special shows, working on other things. So stay tuned.
Right. But Samuel, what up? Guardian, I see you. Chicken Tendies. Lazy Booking. 1996, Brandon, the Rock Boss.
The Rock Boss is. I think there is if The Rock was committed, and I know some people are going to cringe, but we are going back to SummerSlam, and what Michael Cole said, an instant classic. We're going back to Roman Seth, and I might even open the show with Roman. But I do think you could tell a story with The Rock, but he's got to be into it, and you got to be able to rein him in. You can't fuck up half the show because The Rock wants to talk for 18 minutes.
But that's the thing, is I don't think that Dwayne doesn't exist anymore. There's the reason why Dwayne doesn't do well in Hollywood anymore, because Dwayne is, The Rock now. He's not Dwayne anymore.
Right.
He's more The Rock when it comes to like Hollywood.
He became Hollywood Rock.
Dwayne when it comes to pro wrestling.
Right. He became Hollywood Rock and started pissing in bottles. It's not good. It's not good.
Yeah, well, and wanted to go over on Superman and like that, my guy.
Right. Oops. That didn't work out too well at all, sir.
Well, no, and I think especially after that kind of John Cena heel run, the Travis Scott incident, you might call it that, to where they kind of don't want to try and run that back.
Right. So we run back the one last fist bump for the Shield, and Roman is on our screen.
The only champion that doesn't travel with the belt.
It just gets it brought to him.
Which, I mean, is I'm a big dog. I do big dog shit.
He is in his best. Like, this is peak Roman, right? Like,
well, can we all just silence the critics out here? I know I've been a Roman supporter, a Roman backer for quite some time, but can we silence the goddamn critics? The guy's good on the mic. The guy's got the fucking aura, this top tar charisma, je ne sais quoi, what have you. We've shown, obviously, last night that the guy can do it in ring. He can do all the media stuff. He's got the personality that carries beyond the ring. What else do you want from the guy?
Here comes Roman Reigns. It was one of Roman's best in-ring performances for me in quite a while. But you're right. I mean, full package. If he's having matches like that, dude, there's nothing. There's no bullets to fire at him.
Well, and even, yes, he's not there every week, but
that's it.
Look at the matches that he's had. You had WrestleMania 42, him versus Punk. You had Backlash, him versus Jacob. You had him versus Jacob Clash in Italy, and you had him versus Seth at SummerSlam.
Right.
Series of bangers.
Yeah, fair enough. As Roman comes swagging out of the tunnel and greeting the people, huge pop right out the gate tonight.
Is he a baby face, or is he just the perfect form of gray?
To me, yeah. I mean, again, he's the fan. He's over with the fans. So ultimately, the fans respond to him and cheer for him as a baby face. But he's that baby face with a bad attitude. He is a bit of gray. He'll walk a line. He'll bend a rule. He's got little minions that do some of his bidding. But the fans really love him.
Do we need to add a new level or a new category between babyface and heel of just top star? Because Roman fits that kind of way. Maybe MJF almost is kind of that way. Punk's that way. I would say Cody's that way a bit. Would you say Seth is?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, right? Because there does seem to be that level, especially in modern wrestling. Now more than ever in wrestling, the fans love to cheer for everything and get really bummed out when you take away their opportunity to cheer. So yeah, there's like we talk about it every Wednesday with Mox of like, he's doing bad things, but they're cheering him, and he's the leader of a heel gang, but they're cheering him. Then he does something mean to someone they like and they boo him. Like, it's, to me, that's flippy floppy opposed to, this is who I am. You decide if you cheer or boo. And that's what Roman's at, is I'm going to do me and you decide how you feel about it. That's what we saw with Randy on Saturday, right? Like, normally
Randy's a guy that I would say fits into that. Kevin's a guy I would say that fits into that.
Yeah, because Randy hits that RKO. Usually that would cause the crowd to boo, but it's fucking Randy. And the same reason why they had to bring in Pat, much to their failure. Thanks, guys. Yeah, they we're not going to boo Randy. We're not going to boo Uncle Randy. So you better have somebody to fight him that we want to boo, or else we're going to boo whoever you put there. So, I mean, it'll be very interesting how this moves forward.
Is there anything that Roman can do to get the people to boo him?
If you had to line him up with the right guy. Like, let's say,
but is there a guy that the people would boo if Roman beats? Oba would maybe be that only guy.
Maybe Oba. Like, if he's using his cousins and like they're all like,
that's the one time he starts to cheat.
Or like even like leading up, like in the build, you have like the bloodline jumping Oba all the time. Like Oba's outnumbered 5-1, and like fans will eventually get pissed off of like, look what they're doing to this guy. Maybe like, I mean, you need a guy like that. You need somebody that the fans like. That's why Punk works, because like so many of the fans wanted to cheer Punk, so Roman can be a little more heelish. But it's tough, man. Who's the big baby face that is strong enough to push him in full heel? I don't know.
But even still with Punk, he's a guy like you mentioned him. If he's a guy that you could very much, is there a baby face that pushes him to be a heel? What have you? He can walk that same line. That there's people that don't like Roman just because it's Roman Reigns. There's people that don't like CM Punk just because he's CM Punk.
Yeah, I think Punk has a better, not that Roman can't do it, because at this point Roman can do everything. Like, he looks like $1,005,000. The crowd is on their feet. There's nobody in any other wrestling company getting this kind of reaction from this many people. The legitimate needle mover, whether you love him or hate him, it doesn't matter. The fact
you can literally see the stats now.
Yeah, nobody moves the needle like Roman. And we know what the wrestling feels like when he's not here. Like, oh, fuck, we miss that guy, don't we? Right. And anybody getting mad about the Bloodline storyline, which has been light, by the way. It's been a dash of Bloodline.
He just took an L.
And who took an L? I mean, don't forget, other companies are running back nostalgia matches that didn't even happen in their company, right? So, I mean, let's use the same scope for everybody and realize we're running a lot of shit back in wrestling in 2026 everywhere. But Roman's just kind of calmly waiting for the crowd to come down.
Fair enough. Well, I'm going to put the scope on a couple people out here. Of Boston, what up out
Let's
here?
Let's go.
Adrian, it's the final countdown. And Adrian, I did see your comment on the SummerSlam stream. Shout out. I appreciated that a lot.
Let's go.
He was saying, we're brightening up his day and everything, giving us, thanking us for what we do out here. And we should be thanking him for what we do.
Iowa, acknowledge me. One's up. Blow up that chat, folks. Where are those ones?
Acknowledge your tribal stream out there.
96% of the chat right now, Nick, saying they enjoyed SummerSlam.
Well, absolutely. Like I said, we're debating over whether it's an 8 or a 9 kind of vibe.
Yeah. Yeah, to imply, you could say, wasn't my favorite. Maybe you could say it's not my cup of tea. But to say it was bad is inaccurate.
Right. When I take a shot, I deliver.
He's going to save this place.
Spaz, I'll read your super chat real quick. Am I alone in thinking that most of the post-SummerSlam hype is going to happen Friday? Punk and KO, RKO and Cody, Chelsea and Corbin, new champs, etc. Been a long 5 or so days for me. Thanks for y'all boys. Love and respect. Yeah, no, I could see that. A lot of what changed on night 2 was all SummerSlam or was all SmackDown.
But we're sitting here thinking, I mean, you're right to a point, Spaz, but then the question becomes like, Roman is in the ring right now. Who answers the bell? Does Oba walk out? Is someone else involved? So I'm very curious to see how they handle Raw tonight and where they kind of set the bar for SmackDown. But I would agree, right? Like you just said, a lot of the big things all ended up on that show.
Right. Jobson, what up? See, Damon's throwing up the ones. Damon again. Vlad throwing them up there. Roman out there. Shout out, shout out, shout outs. Chelsea dedicated her title, Michael Hayes. Yeah, that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, no, ridiculous. And hopefully he can take a joke.
Oh.
Roman just holds the mic up. Oh, some booing. Oh, no.
So they're trying to get him to sing. Oh.
He's getting them, yeah.
But is this a little bit like what you said of I'm paying respect to my brother out there of, hey, if I ever may need to call upon a favor.
but he's so fucking smug.
Because
oh shit!
There's
your Saturday night main event, folks.
Yes, and hey,
yeah.
I saw I put it
Just
out
beat
there.
your fam.
Somebody edited with, and I put it out there of every time that Logan Paul's like, "Are you more over than Cody Rhodes?" Yeah. Are you more over than CM Punk? Yeah. Are you more over than Liv Morgan? Yeah. Are you more over than Io Sky? Yeah. Like, this is what we've been kind of asking for. And again, as soon as Hunter said that whole line, everybody just kind of looked at LA Knight and was like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we all agree. I mean, it's the one, it is the outlier of, hey, Trips, you forgot about that guy. Because he's still getting mega pops. They just popped huge.
He out-popped Roman. He out-popped Roman singing Seth's song.
Yeah, I mean, where we talked about, like, can you bring out a good baby face that if Roman's like, you're not good enough to fight me and punks him out, would the fans kind of boo Roman a little? Look, like, Roman's got that, who the fuck is this guy?
Who the fuck is that guy? As Merzus out there, who the fuck is that guy?
Right.
Okay, boo or cheer, we don't care because the OTC going straight to the top 2026 World Heavyweight Champion. Facts.
He's there now, man.
Well,
Let me talk to you.
Adrian, CTO. Sorry, I'm dyslexic. Anthony, what up? Cow, what up? 4-4. Roman stays putting that on my man. Got on the Jordan 6 bin 23s. Very I saw, and I even put it out. Seth was out there, even though he was looking like zesty Buzz Lightyear. He was wrestling in goddamn Jordans.
Yeah, he was.
The shoe game be out there on the main event.
It's crazy because we
Roman
grew up on
his
boots.
Own Air Romans,
right? That we grew up on boots. Everyone wore boots, right? It's a thing. Now they're all wearing like when Roman retires, he's going to leave his sneakers in the ring and then come back and get them because they're worth so much.
Yeah, what did Cena leave in the goddamn ring? I felt like he left something too out there. Well, and they had a while where they were doing the complex shoe thing to where like CM Punk would go on there and like, you got X amount and like what shoes you want to buy. Roman's out there and they're like spending thousands of dollars on shoes.
Right.
It wasn't so one-on-one.
How do you feel about LA Knight answering the bell? And am I right? It's Saturday night main event. It might be a one-off at Saturday night main event. Now, we know what most people instantly go to with it being Saturday night's main event. Right now, license and registration that Roman's going to kind of at least still go through LA. This is going to be, if it's a Saturday night's main event, you're there, cool, you got a shot. You lost. Yeah. Right. Now, a lot of people thought that LA might be a favorite to win Money in the Bank. Will this change it if he has a shot at Roman before Money in the Bank?
Would it still put him in it? Because I still would like to see that. I've seen Trick's been a guy that's been a favorite to get added into that match.
Trick's interesting.
Well, Trick got mentioned by CM Punk in the post show and everything.
They had a face off.
Right.
The crowd is like, Roman's attitude is so wicked.
But and this is going to sound very sus, respect, of that his facials, the way he actually sells everything physically. Like, I remember we were off a stream and CJ got mad at me for pulling faces and everything. And it's the same thing of like what Roman does out there of the whole time LA's talking, he just looks indignant. Like, you're really thinking you actually believe what you're saying to me right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his face tells you what he's thinking.
Yeah.
It makes you go like, what was that face for?
Right. My watch just cost more than your entire outfit. What the fuck are you talking about right now?
Yeah. Why are you even here? Shouldn't you be filming some shitty commercials?
Right. Go to the general and save some time. What else have you done? Yeah, this is Roman again walking him down. You have no validity in anything you say. You haven't won this. You have turns right to the camera.
Yo, bro. He turns his back on LA, looks at the camera and says, you don't get a number one contender spot by bitching and moaning. Like disrespect across the board.
Again, let me reiterate for those who didn't catch it the first time. Roman Reigns is that guy. Undeniable, unquestionable, undebatable right now. When it comes, you talk about pro wrestling, Roman Reigns is that guy.
Next level.
Best in the world, best belt machine, can't hold a flame to the OTC.
Oof, I like it. So LA says one more thing before you go. You make your scrunchy faces.
One more thing. Lavelle, Maurice Crawford.
Right. Even LA's pointing out his funny faces. I love green shirt guy seems a little different than I remember him tonight. If you look in the crowd, there's a new green shirt guy.
I gotta try and look because when you had Chris Van Fleet out there on night one, and I couldn't stay away from that chiseled jawline.
Right.
Yeah, Oscar uniform.
He forgot for a second. Did you just spell fraud?
I think he spelled Frood. I heard an O in there. There was an Oscar for sure. There's a Frood.
Do you remember the Snickers commercial when they paint the end zone? It's like, that's great, but who are the chefs? That's what that was.
Bro,
who are the chefs?
Have I ever told you the story of where I had, when I used to live at an apartment complex and everything,
right?
An ex-boyfriend showed up and spray painted an ex-girlfriend's car and everything. It was trying to write a certain disease and everything, her, you know what's and everything, but instead wrote her pies, and everything in spray paint on the car.
She's got her pies. Oh shit!
Hey, come on down and buy her pies right here.
So LA kind of gets the last laugh and walks off.
Well, did he really? Because you got dog walked. You had Roman turn and look at the camera, turn his back. I'm not afraid of you. That's a bitch statement. That's saying it. You are not a threat. And sit there and say, I didn't get a title. You don't get a title shot, a number one contender shot by bitching and moaning.
But he got under Roman's skin, and he did get the last little poke. So we will see what that means rolling forward. Does Roman get mad enough to say, give him a match so I can show him what a loser he is?
Yeah, but if someone punches you in the jaw, then you slap them on the wrist at the same time. Like, which one was the bigger blow if they punch you in the jaw?
I mean, the old saying is, "He who laughs loudest."
Yeah, laughs loudest. Yeah,
right. Well, no, Roman did Roman things. I mean, it's good for LA that he didn't just walk off after that. Yeah. Inferno, SummerSlam, Saturday. It's got to be Kane. It's got to be Kane.
I was going with the dun 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 dun.
As we go to Hell in a Cell.
And it's interesting because they didn't use much of the hell or the cell. I mean, the most that they really had a good.
Just showed him going into the cell and a table.
No, he went into a table. You're hitting him with the ring steps. There wasn't much in this match that involved the cell.
Yeah, I know some people said it didn't have to be in a cell. I just, the whole idea was just to contain them. I know nowadays we need like all the carnage. There was no stapler or needle in the cheek, or
we didn't even have to go that far. But at least someone gets thrown into a cage. Someone goes through a wall.
Just showed Brock bouncing off the cage, my guy. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe only once. Maybe not enough cage.
That's the thing. Not enough. Not
enough cage. If you're gonna put them in a cage, use the cage. I got you.
Despite my Brock, I'm just. Oh, the epilogue.
The epilogue. Everything's getting so cinematic and like very like theatrical. I mean, it always has been, but it's very theatrical. Like Act 1, Act 2, Act 3.
They've been telling this story. This has been goddamn a 3-part series out here,
right?
Carolyn, what up? Trying to be on the mindset, but I don't know. Trying my best not to be what. I feel like I interrupted a conversation, but shout out Carolyn.
Best to be perfect. Well, nobody needs to be perfect, Carolyn. But yeah, I mean, Oba Femi still rocking the crown on his graphic. So Oba.
One thing first before the other. Normal is nothing but a setting on a goddamn washer. And two, they very much confirmed that, like what you've been saying, that I've been kind of denying about. Oba still has his number one contendership out there. Because even Punk addressed it on the post show, Roman's addressed it, so that is still very much a thing.
and the happy-go-lucky Judgment Day come bouncing in. Know who's not smiling a whole lot, though? The little spark plug. Yeah, she might have to put on that red light and get this over with. Someone's going to break these people up.
But who? But who? But how?
Every
but
time.
When? But where? But why?
Every time we're like, they're done. Tonight, this is what's going to happen. Liv's going to lose. They're all going to fight. Winner, Gagnon. Wrong again.
There's more.
Fuck. And they come bouncing in tonight. Happy as could be.
Has Javon out here. Shout out.
I'll be back.
Yes, KJ taking a pause as he's got to go be in the corner of Ethan Page. Brought to you by DiGiorno's. Maybe he's going to go and get a fresh DiGiorno pizza out there. Hashtag not sponsored.
Shout out Godfathers. Great place and wonderful pizza. They were, yes, shout out. Hashtag
there you go. We need a pizza sponsorship and everything out there. But 100% KJ going to grab a slice out there as I'm in commercial break. But make sure you click off a piece of slice out there. Try to make it work, but make sure you hit that bell notification, like, share, and subscribe. We just passed 12K. I know me and KJ got to still figure out tattoos of the channel's logo and everything because we passed 10K. I don't even know what we need to put on the line for 20K and all of that, but we do have everything popping off. Huge SummerSlam weekend all the way around. Still going on the quick turnaround towards the mega stream of Heat Wave, Worlds Collide, and All In. And also coming up soon, do have the members only fantasy football league out there. And I know we'll probably do a members only stream. So everybody can make sure that they got the link and everybody get in there before the draft and all of that. But yeah, shout out. And again, make sure you guys comment after the videos and everything like that, whether you're just showing love or whether there's a topic that you want to debate that we didn't get to or anything like that. Trust me, we can answer it in the comments afterwards and everything. Or even if you're a member out there, what you guys want to see out of the memberships and everything like that. Like, what do you want as a members only stream? Do we need to do semi-annual, quarterly annuals, twice a weeklies, once a weeklies, all of that's out there. And to cut the tension, Groovy Alien out there. I farted. There you go. That just made me think of fucking Fat Bastard from Austin Powers. Anthony wouldn't get that reference. Yeah. Speaking of Anthony, what up? Guardian, KJ, Nick, anyone ever notice that LA Knight's logo is the reused Stacker 2 energy drink logo? I did not know that. That is Guardian, if you can, if you have the ways to send that to me, send me that so I can see that side by side because I want to see it. Paul, let me have a talk to you. Talk with you, huh? Adrian, Roman's got that can I help you look? Yeah, that who the fuck is this guy vibe. As chair, I see you. Keyshawn, this is a way to keep him away from Money in the Bank, but he can still have it afterwards. Like if Money in the Bank is or after Saturday Night's main event, I believe it goes like we got SummerSlam at the start of August. We don't get anything until Saturday Night's main event in September. Excuse me. And then we have Money in the Bank in New Orleans in October. So you can do them. They have the one match at Saturday Night's main event, and he can still get into a qualifying match, I would feel, or anything like that for Money in the Bank. He would still be a guy that even if he faces Roman, I feel would be a potential odds-on favorite to win Money in the Bank, I'll say. I got Braun winning, not a bad shout. Like I said, I've heard that Trick was going to get probably added to it. It might be a favorite. Jordan, I like Walmart. There you go. Well, tell them to sponsor us too, or I'd actually probably take Target over Walmart. But I mean, who knows? We'll take what we can get out there. Pause. Guardian, got you. Oh wait, damn it, Roman. I happen to love my AliExpress watch. Almighty Pop, I'm happy he's finally getting his shot, but against Roman, really, damn it, we were so close. But that's the thing is, who is he going to take his shot against right now and beat? Everyone wants him to take his shot, but who's he going to take a shot against and beat? As Ethan Page about to take on Javon Evans. Let me know who you got for this match, folks. But yeah, who would LA Knight take on? Is he going to take on CM Punk and beat Punk? I don't know about that. Is he going to take on Roman and beat Roman right now? I don't know about that. So there's no one right now I feel that LA Knight's a clear favorite on, or even a strong, like, isn't a strong underdog on that. So comes he, comes ha. Jose, he said, big whoop, you beat my cousin in a 6-man tag match. I mean, fair. You're not wrong. But I like this matchup, and I'm interested to see now with Gable as your IC champion, what does the IC division kind of look like? Is it your Ethans, your Pentas, your Javons, your maybe if Fenix does the Lucha Bros go to the tag belts? Does Amiro still get involved in the IC title scene? J1, what up? Yeah, Roman Reigns hasn't. Yeah, he's got the Air Romans. You haven't won a tournament. Oba has. Yeah, well, he could face Oba. Now, if Roman faces Oba, two-part question. Does Roman have to lose or does Roman win? And is Roman instantly the heel in that because everybody loves Oba? Javon goes up and over and grabbing the huevos. Yeah, he might have caught himself on the bait and tackle there. But if Roman takes on Oba, does Roman win still because it's still Oba's first shot, or does Oba just dog walk through everybody a bit? And as Roman, I think, obviously, he crossbody and he barely caught his chest with that. But Roman instantly, I think, has to be the heel of that because Oba's over like a goddamn rocket ship. Roman on God mode, son. Yeah, absolutely. DDG Bruce City, because LA Knight talking about. Yeah, that's the Roman, that face Roman was even pulling though too out there. Yeah, absolutely. Conspirator, what up? What up? Shout out all the new names out here popping off. Going out here, blowing out here on a Monday night after especially getting fantastic SummerSlam. King of the Ring Obafemi tonight. Okay. So do we get him kind of announcing exactly who he might be aiming at, or does somebody put him in the crosshairs? Dennis, what up? Cooper, I see you. Adrian, I'm gonna like this match. Let's get bouncy. But I'm a really big all ego Ethan Page fan. Ethan's been good. He's a guy that I could see very much right now working really well in the kind of mid-card scene. Like, does a Matt Cardona get involved in any of this as well? Or is he on SmackDown? I can't remember. The mid-cards where I get muddied on who's side. But as we go to commercial break out there, Joseph, what up? Adrian, Anthony, what does the Undisputed Championship mean if you have another World Championship in WWE? I don't understand. Yeah, well, it also, the Undisputed was the combine, I think, of initially the WWE and the Universal. And then you have the World Heavyweight title that got birthed, because you had Roman holding both belts. When you had two belts, Roman out there, the blue and the red out there, that's when they kind of made the current belt that actually right now Punk has. And then because of that, that's because Roman held out the belts, they made the belt that Roman currently has, and they gave it to Seth. I know it's goddamn, I always love having to play, follow the bouncing ball out there when it comes to championship lore. When there's 57 belts in just one promotion. Frankie, what up? LA Knight going to get Zayn. He's going to definitely lose, I think, at Saturday Night's Main Event. If that's the match they do, he's definitely going to lose there. But I still think he slides into the Money in the Bank, and then they go from there. If he wins it, he wins it. If Trick wins it, he wins it. If, who was it? Somebody else mentioned that could win it. But if somebody else wins it out there, they win it. And that, I think, gives it a bigger range, because right now, like I said, right now, if you shoot your shot with LA Knight, who do you shoot your shot at? CM Punk? He probably doesn't win that. You wouldn't. I don't think right now is the time when you pull the trigger on that. if he shoots his shot at Roman, I think we're kind of all in agreement so far. It's going to be a good match. It's going to be a spotlight on him, but he's not winning that. So there's no one right now, I think, if you went directly at LA Knight trying to be a world champion right now, that he wins outright. So you let him win the Money in the Bank briefcase. You see where the landscape goes over the past year or so, but you always have him waiting in the wings. Like, there is still a bit of that extra prestige, if done correctly, with having the Money in the Bank briefcase. Javon's guardian angel must get paid overtime. Nick, Oba hasn't done much. You have to relax. About what? What am I relaxing on? I know I probably just need to relax overall, but what am I relaxing on when it comes to Oba? John C., what up? Paul Levesque never should have left Carmelo, Javon, or Ilya off SummerSlam. Yes and no. I can see more the case for Carmelo. Ilya, I wish he was just on TV, period. And Javon, I mean, where would you put him in? Like, you can't do the Tony Khan effect, and not everybody can be on the card all the fucking time. That's where you get 14, 15 matches and 17-hour shows and everything. I don't think that there was anything on SummerSlam that was truly out, like I said, outside of Carmelo in the U.S. title match. I would have preferred to see that. That really is a miss because it didn't have somebody that wasn't on the show. I think everything else played its part pretty well, and that's how you still have good matches on the weekly shows, is because they're not all on the pay-per-views. All up in the videos, all up on the record. Kyle, Nick, who could you see being in the running for the women's Money in the Bank? Ooh, that's really interesting. I almost dare say that's slightly too early to call out, because I feel like there's going to be a good bit of Javon firing up. There's going to be a good bit of changeover by the time we get, because that's still all the way in October. Like, I feel like the men's side, you already kind of know some pieces that are going to be there just because they move a bit more like tectonic plates. The women's, you might not know who's going to be fully in it till when it comes to maybe September. Springboard crossbody from Javon, clothesline. Charlotte maybe wins it, but also would she be in a title match by then? Jade, same thing. So, smart move by Ethan as he sits there and cuts off Javon right before he can try and hit the little springboard. Drops Javon two count. Keyshawn, he could cash in during a match or after a match. Yes, if he won Money in the Bank. I'm saying right now, if LA Knight was, like we're talking about, of him potentially taking on Roman at Center's main event, he doesn't win. He doesn't win in my odds. In my eyes, he doesn't win. I hope Javon wins the title soon before he turns heel eventually. Really? You think that to Javon, as we're getting Sol Ruca versus Roxanne Perez tonight? Let's go. There's your yum match of the evening out there. But I don't know if you could turn Javon heel. Like right now, with the guy who comes out and is known as being bouncy, could you really turn him heel? I don't know. At least WWE listened to fans and started doing picture-in-picture for ads during match. Yeah, I'll give you that. Marty, I know it's a stretch, but maybe Solo helps LA Knight by interfering in the match. Yeah, but you still have Jacob, you still have the Usos, you still have like the Solo helping LA win. And then honestly, LA getting any help to win feels like you're not fully giving it to LA. You're giving it more of, well, you needed help to win. Maybe that's the out before you run it back, but I don't even know if you have it go that way. Like, would you do that and then do the ultimate dusty finish and reverse it still in the same night? Damien, Enzo. Does Enzo return as Javon looks like he's about to go flying? Does Enzo return tonight with Big Cass? And is it even technically Big Cass or is it W. Morrissey? Javon loading up. launches himself right over the barricade into Ethan. Into the bell ringer's pit. I couldn't think of a goddamn better way to call it that. Christian, what up? Nick, you should definitely have XL93 Supreme Gasoline as your sponsor. Well, fair enough. You go work that out for us. You go be our representative there for them. Just Joe, I see you. Keyshawn, what happened to Jordan Grace? Will she come back for the I don't even know at this point. She's out there lost in the ethos like Ilya of healthy scratch is the best way I can describe it. I wish that they were doing something more, at least with her, or at least more depth within the women's mid-card scene, I'd say. But yeah, if she was to actually come back and if they could do something, build her up a bit before she slides into the Money in the Bank, I wouldn't be mad if she won it. Ethan dumps out Javon, Keyshawn, Paul, Almighty Pop, going for Julia or Roxanne to win the Money in the Bank. Not bad. Julia would be interesting. Nick W. Morrissey is still an ass wrestler name. I don't care. It's still better than Big Cass. Literally, when he's standing, Ethan with a 1-2 count. When Big Cass comes out and his head's in the middle of the little thing behind him and everything, it literally just says big ass. So I'm fine with W. Morrissey instead of big ass. More like L. Morrissey. Enzo banned from WWE. I don't know. All of that got dismissed, and there was a lot of the talk and chatter before even we got the cast hype up video packages that Enzo was at the performance center. That Enzo was kind of the guy arbitrating this, deal of them both coming back. So yeah, that they weren't going to debut Enzo until Big Cass came back. Speaking of, are you Big Cass? Are you W. Morrissey? Are you Big Bill?
Right. Well, I'm back, if nothing else.
There you go.
There's been a great match. A great opening match. Like outstanding. Javon gets the win.
And looks straight into the camera.
Big win for Javon. A very good opening match here tonight.
Absolutely.
Again,
go ahead.
Sorry, Nick. I think WWE is trying to beat the charges of you don't put on good matches. I think SummerSlam we saw good matches. Now we're seeing this kind of booking. I think they're starting to let the matches cook better and the matchups are better. This is a great match.
I didn't even catch the leapfrog that he did
over the ref.
Ethan and the ref before he hit the cutter. Slam. Da, 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 da.
Let the boys be boys.
But isn't this now what Cass? Cass with the boots. Bootstrap Big Cass. So he is officially Big Cass. And he's 7 foot tall. And you can't teach that.
I love it. Takes out
Javon. No Enzo. No Enzo.
No. Now, there's been some mixed feelings about that. But we got heel Cass. Like Cass coming in instantly getting heat. And the fans
now, is it profiling that they have him come out in the DiGiorno segment?
Listen, they've made a trend of that as of late.
Yeah, with Gunther with the general. What was it? There was one from the other night too.
What was the lady? There was one for the women's match that was like, oh, that's right on. Oh, look, he's just dragging Javon by the hair.
It was Morgan and Morgan with Liv Morgan.
The facts.
Look, Cass just kind of silenced, though. A lot of silence, actually, as he's just now.
Oh!
That was interesting. Works him over, side slam.
Good.
But he's not like Ethan's heavy or anything. He's just on his own.
Right. Okay.
What would you put him as? Like Ethan's heavy of like he's the Nash to Ethan's.
I got a feeling like he might be on his own. Like, is this a guy that you build up for a few months and because he's big and mean that maybe he goes after an LA Knight or a Roman Reigns? Like, I mean, starting in the middle, does he work his way up? But Again, good amount of boos as he's walking out. What?
It feels a little quiet to me.
He was beating up Javon Evans. They're not supposed to cheer.
But you're at least supposed to make some noise, any noise.
But they were booing, and then they...
No, you had a smattering of booings.
No.
When he was sitting there, when he was iron sheeking that man across his body and everything, you could have heard a mouse fart.
For sure. They're in awe, are they not?
They're in awe. That's what it is. They're in awe of the physical specimen before you. We've never seen Javon Evans, a whole 110-pound man, get throttled around like this. Yeah. We're in absolute awe. We've never seen a 7-footer before.
Right. But Oba versus Big Cass is interesting. They can't do the Enzo thing if you're coming in, bringing him in as a heel. And again, I don't think people need to get it twisted. I don't expect the fans to be like, I thought that went well. He walked out with no music. So, yes, feels flat. But it's a moment that takes the air out of the building, but also puts everyone on notice that this is not the Big Bill or the Big Cass or the W. Morrissey. L. Morrissey was hilarious, but that we expected. And that's why no Enzo, because you're not looking for the babyface pop.
Right, as Roman's talking to the bloodline. But I would like to publicly say before all of the dirt sheets don't do it, we'll retract our opinions of thinking and expectations that it was going to be Enzo and Cass showing up, because that's what everybody sold us on, is that it was going to be, and they won't retract any of their goddamn statements or admit that they missed the boat with that.
Yeah, and I said it last week, Nick. We got a couple video packages that were all about Bill. There was no way they were bringing, like, it wouldn't make sense to do all these vignettes for Bill and it's Bill and Enzo. Like, there was no mention of little Enzo. So I didn't believe the dirt sheets for that reason.
But I thought you could have slid him in the last one, and like he just slides in with the microphone.
Just his hair goes by the top of the camera.
No, I'm saying he's straight. The last one before SummerSlam or whatever. He slides in, and he is what you thought you weren't going to see me, and just something like that. Because I mean, them as even with tag team, that's where we kind of thought they were going to go. Not even Cass as a singles. We thought they were going to go them as a tag team.
You keep saying we. I didn't think that at all.
Me. Then I say
I'm
me.
saying we. Damn it.
we, PP.
No, it felt like they were bringing Cass in to be serious, and he's definitely serious. I'll put it that way.
If I could be serious for a moment, Lance.
Maybe that's what people are going to be bummed out about. But I think fans worked themselves into this thing of like, we were expecting Enzo and Cass, and we wanted to cheer, and this sucks. He took out one of the biggest baby faces in the company. L.A.
Just walking right past the bloodline right after Roman just walked away.
Roman said, leave me alone. Jay's pissed. LA's in a good mood.
Well, yeah, he sat there. Now I can just go cock of the walk out there and just, you don't get to put a hair on me. You don't touch me. I can mess with you all you want. I'm just.
That's actually good for LA, man. LA's showing a little more of that personality. Like, dummy.
Yeah.
I heard plenty of boos, Big Nick. Hollywood Nick. Turn up your TV.
Hey.
There was plenty of boos. We don't need Enzo. Gotcha. Nick, you saved it for Spaz.
Well, no. He's saying about this. You read this, and I'll go do the
All right, Nick taking a pause for the cause. We're on a commercial break. W. Morrissey, Big Bill, Big Cass, call him what you will. Bill, Phil, die on this hill. Big Cass has shown up. He is back in the WWE. As promised, he takes out Javon. And, I know some fans are going to say it fell a little flat, but flat by design, I would honestly say. And I'm not defending it by any stretch, but I thought it was fine. If Bill's coming in with a badass attitude and he's just going to beat people up, why not? And where does this go for him? Now, if it doesn't go anywhere, you have something else in your back pocket. But I think some fans got themselves worked up believing in the dirt sheets. So that could be the case, right? And then we always say that. You can't get mad at fantasy booking on the internet. Well, they didn't do this. They were supposed to bring us Enzo and Cass. They never said that. But Spazzer. Hi, I'm Spaz Phoenix, your favorite tribal a-hole. Here's your Battle of Chicago update. WWE Worlds Collide 6,937. All Out 550. 5,515. Interesting, Spaz. Where's all the reports on this? Who's talking about this? Remember when everyone was talking about how bad SummerSlam was going to do and how good All In's doing? Actually, I'm curious. What is the current ticket sales right now for All In? Somebody let me know. Thank you, Ian, for the super chat. As always, sir, we appreciate the love. You may be an a-hole, but you're nice to us. Big Cass, Morrissey, let's go. Bird Lady getting a lot of buzz on ESPN, TMZ. A lot of people talking about Bird Lady and her newfound attitude and, holding on to this new Lyra. No matter where she goes, that's who we're getting. I like it. I think it works. That flinch was great. LA being a dick, but in a fun way. Yeah. Jey Uso almost came out of his shoes. And of all people, Jey Uso, the guy with the bad temper. The Rock and Cena come back, and the final bosses can recruit. No. Maybe too far, Jose. If it's just The Rock, the Cena thing's interesting, but I don't know. And we already kind of showed once, the fans don't really want to boo Cena. Not really, kind of, not sort of. The Rock, maybe. But The Rock has to do it right. And that's my fears. I don't know The Rock can do it right. If it's a matter of Rock not listening to creative, having his own creative, kind of, again, you can't reorganize every show The Rock's on because The Rock stays out there for 18 minutes rambling about ramblings. Javon for the win. So we're playing catch up. I want to make sure I brought that down. No, I didn't even put it up. That is jokes. Drake, let's go. Javon, let's go. No, it didn't happen. Javon gets the win, but Big Bill had other things on his mind. Nick, again, you should definitely have. Okay, not sure why. Let us know. Let's go. We'll take it. Because right now we go to the back. Jacob Fatu. Remember, Roman is mad at the bloodline right now. Both Money in the Bank ladder matches. Roxanne Perez, Sol Ruka, Julia, JC Jane, Lyra, and Blake. Women's, men's, Bronson, Reed, Braun Breaker, Ethan Page, Trick Williams, Dominic Mysterio, Penta. A lot of good names in there. LA Knight might be in there. Does someone like Cody Rhodes end up in the Money in the Bank? That'd be interesting. Could you use a Money in the Bank as a moment to turn Cody heel? Interesting. As Hobbs over here talking to Jacob, so maybe this is his friendship with Royce gonna turn Jacob on the family again. Dun dun dun. Red or blue red courage? The damn pen is blue. Braun Breaker versus Joe Hendry tonight as well. Nothing like I'm a little, why couldn't you announce Braun Breaker, Joe Hendry? Why couldn't you announce, the match that we just got? I'm a little confused why you wouldn't announce anything. But it is going to be a street fight between Royce and Jacob tonight. Here comes Liv Morgan. As here, Corey Graves taking over. Oh my God, Big Cuz. How are we feeling about Big Cass in the building, folks? Let me know. I thought it was done the way it was supposed to be done. Stephanie returns, makes sense. We've been waiting for Vancouver. So you let Liv, finish off the rivalry, and then now Vancouver comes back without stepping on it. Keys versus Fatu in a street fight. I do believe that is our main event tonight. What implications will that have? Is that a place for Zilla Fatu? Does Roman say, listen, I called this kid because you guys couldn't get business done? Maybe. Does LA Knight get involved? Cost Fatu. Street fight. So we go back to Io and Liv. Great spot. Liv popping out of the oblivion, but then ends up eating it anyway. KJ All-In tickets available. Tickets 7,500. Setup 44,091. Tickets distributed 36. Again, as a wrestling fan, The fact that a wrestling company sold over 30,000 tickets to a Wembley Stadium is amazing, and you want to praise them for that. But we do know that is down year over year over year. Every time they've gone to the UK, the number gets smaller. So, I mean, again, when we talk about the decline of one company, that should be mathematically concerning to some people. Beyond that, I mean, we'll see where it ends up. Can they get that 44,000? Can they kind of get their sellout? Which, I mean, you book a place that sits 100,000 and you put half of it in it. I don't know if that's the win that people think it is. When it was really cool when they did it the first time. Is it still that cool? I don't know, but I really hope the show is good, regardless of it all. As Liv has a mic, and I still don't trust Roxy, guys. A street fight match between two men that grew up on the streets. That's where they settle shit. Was the fight announced before the show? I don't think so. I had nothing. I had Roman Reigns and Big Cass. That's the only two things I knew about tonight. Everything else, well, we had an idea that Liv's going to be here. I know Chad's going to be here, but a lot of it was left up in the air. They probably could have announced that Javon was going to fight Ethan, that, Liv's out of challengers. Here comes Vakura, right? Here comes Vakura, right? No challengers. Swear I just want Roxanne to kick her in the head. Right? Hit her with a pop rocks out of nowhere. All right, okay. Who's going to interrupt? Bay City Street Fight. Is that barbed wire? Where? Do you mean like the movie with Pamela Anderson? I don't know why I said Pamela like that, but you got me. Big Cass soft. Your new IC champion, Raquel. There you go. The only one that doesn't have any gold right now. Roxanne, the prodigy.
I'm not a prodigy, but I will interrupt. Sorry.
There you go. Welcome back. Popping in.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not a prodigy, but I will interrupt.
Right.
But yeah, no, shout out of Damien, actually, I think, said it early on, like one of the first comments out there of saying that there was going to be a street fight between Hobbs and Jacob. So he might got the inside sheets out there.
So Ruka, she will be taking on Roxanne Perez. I was about to say something about that. What did you just say?
About how we're going to get the street fight, how Damien mentioned it earlier, and they might have the inside scoops.
That's it. I would love to know who Damien's source is, because it's either like dramatically wrong or spot on. There's no like.
Yeah, and it's always way before anything's announced out there.
Right.
Yeah, as we go to commercial break out there.
All right, the poll's up for the next match, folks. Don't forget we have a Twitch.
Right. Well, no, because I heard you say about having them advertise stuff beforehand, and I know I'm normally the one that advocates for that. But I think they also, I like them letting it play it up in the air of everything coming out of SummerSlam of what could fall out. But you also could have had one or two matches announced out there. Like Big Cass coming back was your only big advertisement. I don't know if that's fully captivating.
I think you're right. Like, leave it open. But also, I mean, if you're filling the surprise or the unknown with like Ethan, Javon, it doesn't feel that like, I mean, all right, you could have probably told us that one. That didn't really, make the needle move because that's happening. So that's my thing. If it's really like not overly impactful, just tell us. It's all right. But
you could have had like the LA or the Hobbs Jacob street fight could have maybe been a thing you announced during the show. Some other stuff you could have had it out there. But I do like the whole, LA pretty much dragging the stake right in front of all the hungry pit bulls out there and saying you can't do shit because you're mad because your boss said you can't do shit.
Right. Yeah. Stand down, boys. Stand down. It's crazy. I think Liv Morgan and Lola Vice at Money in the Bank. Let's go. If Lola stepped up, I'd be pumped. Let's do it.
But back to briefly what I was saying, does that not help what I've been saying with Roman about
Oh,
how he hasn't used his family in any of his matches so
yeah,
far? That now, when he could use them and just get rid of this
right.
fucking nuisance, you know,
Mhm. Well,
out
this
there.
is
No, everybody stand down.
right, and this is kind of what happens with wrestling fans sometimes. So Roman's a heel, and he cheats
Mhm.
every match. Every match, somebody pops up and helps him win. And it was a bit, even if the answer is, well, he's a bad guy, he's supposed to cheat. It got very monotonous for a lot of us. Even the match, we'd overlook a half decent match or a good performance by Roman because it ended like shit almost every time. But what happens is the fans kind of get in that mindset that that's all that happens. Then Roman comes out by himself, has a good match, comes out again by himself, but they're still stuck on what he used to do. But lately, he's not doing that. And he's kind of proving those critics wrong. So I think people have to kind of reset their focus and go, oh shit, this guy isn't always relying on his family. This guy had a barn burner of a match between the ring. Between the ropes. Like it wasn't just about the story, it was a good wrestling match.
Well, is that also you could, extrapolate that onto is that though everybody's whole issue with the bloodline as it is
Oh,
of everybody sits there and just thinks that, oh, it's the same old bloodline, but instead this has a whole different feel. This has a new cast out here. They're
right.
now Jay's instead of being the lapdog, he's the unhinged, attack dog out there. Jimmy's the calm, cool,
Yeah.
collected.
Mhm.
Jacob's out there just kind of almost doing his own thing. Like he's almost the right hand man. It's a
Right.
whole new vibe to the bloodline, but everybody still goes on it being what it was.
It feels, yeah, definitely. I completely agree with that. It's definitely got its issues right now for
Yum
sure.
yums. Yum yums.
Yeah, well, we don't got no issues with yums out here.
Yeah,
I don't
the
even. I'll
chat
give
blowing
Ref
up.
Jess a yum. Ref Jess deserves a yum.
There you go. Why not?
Yum yums.
I mean, I take her over Aubrey any day. Hey, what do you say?
She's much better at her job, truly.
Truly.
Respectfully, she's a phenomenal professional, and she's much better than her counterpart.
And has a minor and actually just does the whole wrestling thing as a whole separate gimmick. She doesn't try
Oh
and do
wow,
it while she's officiating.
that's very true. Yeah. 54% going Sol Ruka, 39 going Rocks here. So Rocks only one in this group, Nick. The group that will not end, the TNA of factions. Um, Roxanne's the only one without gold.
But
How does that work?
it's still like you were kind of on it with saying, "Oh, there's no challenger, and she could be the next one. I'll challenge you."
Yeah,
Because
pop her.
technically, she's a fin plant. Remember, she's a
Yeah,
fin plant.
we always thought that. That never did play out the way we thought it was.
No,
We felt like they were in cahoots, and then they were like, "Nah."
they gave
Granted, I
Finn the
mean,
boots.
right? Oh, clap Soul in the face, being that Soul on her knees is eye to eye with the pocket rocket that is Roxanne Perez.
But she is still super talented. Like it's still, even if she might be more in a backseat position, she's not even as like she's not as far
Yeah.
off as say a Julia.
No, and she gives me that vibe of like a prospect vibe of we see her there, we see you, and we know when you get your chance, you're gonna do more stuff. But
Mhm.
right now, you're just kind of, getting the experience, getting some shifts in, maybe coming off the bench a bit, but we'll get you there. You're gonna get there.
Yeah. We know in 2 years' time you're going to be a first line. Right now, you're a third line.
Yeah, right. And I mean, she's surrounded by talented women where, a lot of people want Raquel to win the world title. Liv still has the world title and arguably one of the biggest wrestling superstars in the world. And I mean, I'll happily have that debate with anyone, but she literally, yeah, one of the biggest stars in the world, like going to all types of events, making heads turn everywhere she goes, and being really great at wrestling. Like can't sleep on that part.
Liv has very much outkicked her coverage and what a lot of people perceive her as a professional wrestler.
Yeah. Even when we first saw her in NXT, Live Forever, and we were like, I don't know about this, like the pigtails, and we've
And
seen a
she was
lot
part of the
of
Riot Squad.
right pre Riot Squad, right? Like, we've seen a lot of platinum blonde ladies come and go, and she took it serious. She trained. She bought a ring. Like we got to give her some. Some fans out there don't want to give her flowers because she's pretty, but she's killing it.
But she's also insufferable because she's the
She is
greatest
unstoppable.
world champion of
Right.
all time.
That's beautiful, man. I thought so too, Frankie. I thought when she said, I have no challengers, Steph's music was going to hit for sure. But no.
Oh, bow and arrow.
Look at Soul getting a nice pop.
Mexican surfboard? Which one?
I go surfboard just because who it is.
Fair enough. I'm gonna soak up the sun.
That's exactly
what though, like say a Raquel and a Roxanne, we thought they were gonna be tag champs at one point. I think they might have been tag champs at one point. But
yeah, I mean, now they got the 2 individual belts, and I'm curious if it does create that. You know, what about me? What about Roxy? What
about Raven?
Right. What do you think about Lyra? Have you seen the clips going around like literally on ESPN, on TMZ? She is selling the shit out of the new her.
Yeah, why are we all just allowing this to happen? Someone get her some services. She needs some aid out there. She needs some rehabilitation or some housing or something. At least a fucking hot meal out there.
Right. And speaking of Crazy Nikki has been announced for MLP, so that's cool. MLP's bringing in some names, getting some.
Well, shout out them, her and Damo out there buying Progress, by the way.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah. So as we go to commercial break, kind of out the blue because Soul was hitting an offensive move.
Right. Where's Naomi? She's nursing.
Well, Anthony was saying with, I have no challengers, and here comes Naomi.
Right. It's been 9 months and some change. I heard some change has happened. So, yeah, I mean, it's possible.
Right. But somebody mentioned it. I think it might have been J1 or Keyshawn that mentioned it. Because you brought up about the Wembley tickets. Let's not also, though, act like SummerSlam, yes, it did sell tickets, but it was definitely more of a half-full venue than what it could have been, should have been, all of that. It was still fleshed out and sold out, but it was not. It felt great, but it still could have been that much bigger.
Well, that stage was overcompensating for somebody or something.
Well, right? Yeah, but it's also that was a big stage. Now the indictment overall of ticket prices as a whole. We've even talked. You mentioned specifically concerts and everything. The Blue Dot Mania running wild out there.
Yeah, and like I said, my province has put restrictions on resale pricing. So, I mean, more and more people are bucking back, and you said it perfectly. As far as I think, consumers of concerts or events or wrestling shows, they know the closer to the show,
they learn the behavior,
the price. Yeah, they, very Pavlovian, but they'll wait to get their pebble.
Well, they now know that this is how they're speaking back. We've said for the longest time, if you really have an issue with ticket gouging, with price gouging, everything like that, speak with your wallet. And that's what now has shown into effect of now with WWE, $25 tickets, AW 50% off and everything.
Right.
Of Pat McAfee giving away thanks to Dodge Ram trucks and everything. They will try and find a way to make it seem like they're not feeling the fucking heat when it comes to ticket sales, but I think everybody's feeling the heat when it comes to ticket sales.
For sure. And I know, I mean, it's something they have to address. And if my math is correct, I do believe they did better last year. And no different than the other company. Again, if we're being fair to every wrestling company, year over year, when you're down, you got to ask yourself why. Like, did you go to a smaller venue as your excuse? No. But ultimately, this was a slow moving. You didn't hear the reports of sold out in 2 days. Where was that? When was the last time we heard that?
Yeah, well, I think that's almost damn near across the board out there. But even still, now it feels like the all-in card isn't still fully fleshed out. And I know we've still got a couple weeks, but I feel like we've only got 1, maybe 2 matches fleshed out on there.
Coming off Redemption, going into, and I don't I know some people tried to sell me on this was the best post pay-per-view show. It wasn't. You're lying to compensate for a bad pay-per-view.
That's the same guy who hated Punk Cody, so we don't recognize all those opinions.
Yeah. And again, you see this a lot. Well, they'll criticize one thing, but the next thing they do, they'll overhype. So Redemption wasn't very good. Wednesday, wonderful. They're back. It sucked. I was here. It sucked.
You got the phone call from Tony. You better like that fucking show.
Right.
You like having a job. You like making money. You better like that fucking show.
Yeah, no, it blows my mind. I know people try to convince me of that, but right now, as far as All In goes, with everything being so messy, no MJF, I'm not feeling
think he
the oh
misses
my
the card.
god. What's that?
I was saying I think he misses the card.
That's crazy.
I hate it.
And him missing the build. I mean, and they've tried to downplay the injury because they didn't want to take the heat for the Rush match. But I guess MJF got the harns. But
he got the hand way.
I'm not super excited. I mean, people talk about the WWE just runs things back. Will Ospreay Kenny would be peak 5 years ago. It's still going to be good, but it's not what it could have been. Like, you know,
that's the only thing the card's built on right now.
And it's not insanely exciting. Like, I'm not like must see. I think Ospreay MJF, if built right, would have been outstanding, and I would be jazzed to see how this plays out. But the Moxley shit, the messiness, dude, I'm worried it becomes a triple threat.
Well, no, he's still got to defend his whole title in the tournaments and everything like
that.
That's why Roman didn't put any respect on LA, because he's never won a tournament. That's all Moxley wins is tournaments.
Right, there you go.
Actually, he still even loses some of those with the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsus.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, we've seen some of the videos going around.
Counters out of the Bronco Buster, but even dodges the step up in Zaguri.
What up, Denisha? Let's go.
Oh,
how's everyone doing? You stop that. I don't know what the fuck fell apart in that part of the match. You and I were talking, but it went messy. Crowd went quiet, but then popped for a couple things. So they're up and down with this one.
Oh,
Soul Thurman. Oh, there you go. So Roxanne might be mad. Roxanne loses. Liv Morgan.
I had the match won, but this is also now she hits Pop Rocks. But is this going to set up Soul to be Liv's next challenger? Saturday night's main event, Liv versus Soul.
Maybe. That's not a bad show. Tahana Bomb. Someone asked, is there barbed wire on Raquel's belt? I haven't seen it.
I don't know.
I'm curious.
She's petting Roxanne like it's her daughter. Oh,
wait a minute.
Ooh.
Oh, wait a minute.
The man comes around.
Are you kidding me? And I'm actually surprised.
Whoa.
A pretty good pop, surprisingly.
Hey, but you say you have no challengers. Allow me to reintroduce myself.
I'm curious. I don't know if I hate it yet or not.
It's still Becky Lynch, so I'm not mad at it. Like, I know Becky's been kind of on a slow simmer, a saute at best out here. But
I do think we're watching a lot of the wrestlers go through cycles, and I mean maybe bad timing on that comment, but like they're off for a few months, they work them back into something, you know, like so we're not getting sick, and there's a lot of talent we want to see. So Becky doesn't wrestle for a few months, and we get more of.
Do you want to cheer Becky now? Do you want to cheer Becky? Is Becky going to sit there and talk shit?
She's getting a pop.
The man come around, do your boy.
It's not like she just came back from neck surgery.
Taking names.
Right? Like the crowd just forgot that they hated her.
Because she's still Becky goddamn Lynch. Like, that's the thing, is she's maybe in that category of that, not a heel, not a baby face, that top tier talent out there that just, this is Becky goddamn Lynch. I'm going to cheer because she came out.
Becky Liv might be good.
Oh, I think it'd be great.
The match is going to be really good.
You're going to see them actually go back and forth with each other. This is, again, a bit of the old guard versus the new guard. All due respect, a lot of people still don't think that Liv's the new guard because she's been around for a minute, but she's definitely, compared to Becky, she is.
All right. Well, thanks to Liv, some fellas out there need Scotch Guard. But anyway, moving on.
All time.
Yeah, you don't get to be all time unless you talk to the man.
Yeah. Saying it. Bloody saying it. See, now she's managed to turn that instantly into a baby face.
Sign of a true talent.
Becky's a Hall of Famer.
Right? Oh, for sure. But the sign of a true talent is saying the same thing twice and getting different reactions to the same thing.
It's the definition of insanity. It's the reverse insanity.
Almost, yeah. Yeah, it's only insanity when it doesn't work out.
Exactly.
Right?
It's the reverse insanity.
Right? It becomes crazy when you
remix for remix. It went back to normal. But see, this is the thing. Liv is one of those so much as somebody who's bounced before and everything that you just like when the bar's closing and it's like you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here kind of shit. And she's just all up in your face.
I'm coming home with you. No. Oh.
I know the fucking owner, so you're gonna let me stay here.
Or the girlfriend.
Time.
Let's go.
Bye. Oh, the fucking snapping in your face and everything. Oh. Sowing the seeds of discontent. You're not even the greatest women's champion in your own group.
Leave it to Becky to fuck up the Judgment Day. Oh, shit.
Hey, Stephanie!
What are we doing?
I know the question of CM Punk shit a brick. I think we all just saw Liv shit a brick right there.
Let's go. Stephanie Vacour is back. Well,
hey, remember that whole talk about this being almost as good as the Raw after Mania and everything? I'd like to re-invoke my card now with this. So Becky out here as a babyface, Roman LA, Stephanie out here looking fine.
Just that her outfit is holding on for dear life.
Take my breath away.
I love this.
And Becky's just watching in the corner.
Right? Like, but now you look at Steph's back.
Primera. Let's fucking go.
Oh, Raquel. Oh, boot for her troubles. Headbutt. Down goes Raquel.
A lot of leather and a lot of lace.
Oh.
Spinebuster.
Oh, there is one of you, right?
They do exist. They do exist. The fucking M&M's Santa Claus commercial. They do exist. Oh, but Becky squaring up now. Interessante. This is a match we haven't seen before. Now this gets really interesting. Liv hasn't had a challenger in 100 days. She defends it one time, and she's got 3 that spring up out of fucking blue.
It's like that thing, like it's like when you finally put it out there, now everyone knows.
Bro, when I bought a new car, that's all I see now is the car that I bought, the make and model.
But yeah, Steph said to Becky, "You're in my way." I like this. So
this is still this. I have no challengers. Now you got 2.
At
bang,
least,
bang.
Right? And you're planting the doubt of like, your friends could beat you up.
Yeah.
Still to come, street fight.
Shout out. As I saw this from Jova and I had to click on it and acknowledge it of thank you guys for all you do, especially the streams. I really enjoy watching, especially for the love of pro wrestling. I appreciate it. Much respect. But no, we appreciate you guys more than you could ever appreciate us out here. This has become the goddamn family outside of me and KJ just talking to each other in a room.
Right.
They do exist. That's what it is. The voices, they do exist.
Yeah, no, we appreciate it. We appreciate all the kind words. Your time is so valuable. The fact that with so many options in this world to keep your mind busy, that you spend time with us is crazy. We're grateful. I know you hear some content creators out there basically tell you how you should owe them for all the hard work they put in. We're grateful that we have the opportunity to put in the hard work for you guys. We want a community where we can talk. There's some people in here that completely don't agree on wrestling takes, including me and this guy sometimes, but we welcome everybody. Like, share, subscribe, be a part of the family. We are growing. We are the Wrestling Fans United. Down with the IWC, It's dead. It's gone. It's negative. Let them eat themselves alive. Come to a good place.
Right. What sounds like a movie plug or a TV show plug, actually, technically.
Is KJ
As we're
starting to
getting
call?
the Brock Lesnar highlight. Stand alone.
Right.
But yeah, no, 100%. And again, we've got now 2 whole wrestling with mental health streams out there that even prove and solidify that.
More to
No,
come.
you guys help us at times more than we think we help you. You guys help us just the same out here, to where sometimes it's rougher than a badger's ass, and this is the funnest fucking highlight of the day.
Listen, yeah. I mean, a lot of we've had days, especially as many days as we do, where, you know, not every day is a great day, or we're not always feeling our best, but you know, we hit live and the adrenaline kicks in and we have a good time. So we're grateful to have that outlet. And again, a couple hours to take your mind off your problems is never a bad idea.
Well, and again, have the family that helps us take our minds off the problems of everything of that. Sometimes, like tonight, we don't know what's going to happen, so we got to talk about SummerSlam, and we'll see what happens tonight. And you got all the filler comments, all the comments out there to, you know, what's on your wrestling minds that we can chat about.
My dad owns
They're just digging up Brock, just destroying everybody. He again, is the one of one. The alpha male of our species, and now Oba Femi has very much taken over that mantle. And shout out Corey Graves, you owe me royalties that I owe Pat McAfee for calling Oba the, you know, alpha male of our species.
Jokes. My dad owns a car. Does he want to sponsor a wrestling show?
Come on down.
We'll sell the shit out of
it out there.
Right. We need cameo. Everyone is definitely saying Becky Lynch. Now, is WWE getting good at the old double swerve last night? Gunther. Oh, okay, Gunther. KO. Tonight. Oh, it's Becky. No, it's Steph too. Like, are they?
I don't even know if that was a double swerve or was that a triple reverse. Like that was a triple reverse double Lindy out there, because Becky came out, was supposed to be a heel, came out as a baby face, got her heel gimmick, her heel catchphrase over as a baby face. Didn't expect Stephanie at that point, expected her earlier. And then after Becky delivers the line about the hater might be in your clique, then Stephanie shows up. That was completely unexpected. And then they get into it.
Yeah. Intriguing times. And if you look on the other side, you know, Charlotte, Jade, Tiffy, Rhea will be back. Chelsea's your champion. That's a lot of fun times. There's a lot of good matches. That's a lot of strong women. Then now you're, you know, Raw getting more interesting. You know, does Roxy make herself a challenger? Steph's back. She's instantly a challenger. Becky's here. Like, what are we going to do? So, I mean, there's a good amount of intrigue. Is Lyra now, you know, crazy Lyra going to climb the chart? Like, questions. I got questions.
But should they still have as Heyman watching Brock send off?
Yeah. Well, Heyman told
what in the Biblix is Oba wearing?
You haven't seen
this? The MDB, we're taking this shit to the
Biblix. Let's go.
Shimana Haya, Shimana Honda. In nome de Patre and Spirit Asante. But could you see Heyman and Oba together?
No.
I am the ruler. I need a new wise man.
I don't think so, because Oba talks well, and Heyman always has that villain vibe.
Hey, show respect though. Now, but is this the write-off of Heyman because he's done the Vision, he's done Paul, he's not with Seth.
What do we do with Paul now?
Is this the write-off of Paul?
Yeah. Paul right now is not completely affiliated with anyone, and I think his next client, if you will, should be Jordan Grace.
Fair, but you have to actually find something to do with her, and I don't know.
That's it.
Yeah, but I think that goes into the right category right now. Respectfully, I think you, as KJ Slick as a can whistle out there slides off. I'll say that right now, I know Heyman's talked about making Jordan Grace the first ever Heyman girl or whatever, and as he even talked about Ronda doing it and everything. But I think because she'd be coming in so cold that it's kind of Rybaxel. It's very when Big Show was a Paul Heyman guy a little bit, I feel. I honestly think it's going to be really interesting to see if Paul just kind of goes away. I'm not saying I want Paul to leave. Trust me. Have Paul still do creative everything like that. I think Paul's a phenomenal performer, a guy I honestly look up to. But I think right now it's not a bad thing. He's been on TV a lot. It's not a bad thing for him to maybe step away and we kind of recalibrate and we come back at it. Paul and Cody, then you're just doing the tribal chief. You're doing QB1, except now he's got the best agent in the business. Maybe. I think, like I said, Heyman steps away for a minute, at least on screen, because we've seen Heyman for the better part of 5-6 years now on screen. So I think it's okay if he steps away for a brief minute, even if it is for only a month or two. Maybe he comes back out with Brock if Brock shows up at 34 or anything. He's clearly done with division. Jordan Grace to me is too cold to just drop her into being with Heyman. I don't know if it would, it's adding a stick of dynamite to an ice block. It might just blow the whole fucking thing up. Maybe he gets with an Oba or anything like that. Maybe it'll be interesting. I think that's going to be the best part of it, is that if Heyman actually goes away, you don't know when he's going to turn back up. We've seen, like I said, we've seen Heyman on screen for 6 years now, going all the way back to when he was the wise man for Roman. And he's moved along and kept along and gone along. The most he's probably taken away is about a couple weeks or so at best, when he was getting put through a table by Solo and the MFTs. So as much as I love and appreciate Heyman, maybe he steps away for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, maybe longer. And then it gets interesting when he shows up, and maybe it becomes more impactful because Heyman was away. That's what I got to say. As we're getting a replay of the Trick Baron Corbin match right now. Shout out Destin, Roll Tide, I see you. Jobson, Brock Lesnar tribute package hit the screen. There you go. Christian, what up? The reason for the question that a girl challenged me into a game of foosball and I beat her 5-4 at the World Cup Festival. Well, there you go. The reigning, defending, independent foosball champion of the world, Christian Powers. There you go. But Roderick went up with the 10 jewels. Hiding. I almost got to see how that shows up on the front end, if that shows up on the front end. What is hiding shows up? I know the Uncle Arm shows up in the chat and everything. I don't know if that's a regular thing with all the jewels, if they show up as little wallpaper on the chat or whatever. But anyways, we're getting a replay of Chelsea winning. Yeah, will we see Big Bronson Reed as Oba's next challenger? I don't know. It'll be interesting. I want to just see Bronson show up and take Braun Breaker out of the division and just save him from him being sad Braun out there. Of those two paired up, could it just be, again, we were talking about Heyman, could it just be Heyman and Braun Breaker? I'd love to see that, honestly. That's his new top tier client. If we reinvigorate, we reestablish Braun Breaker out there with Paul Heyman, those two side by side. Is Oba about to come out? He is, I think it's undeniable at this point, the top babyface in pro wrestling. Over Will Ospreay, over any babyface in WWE, over a Cody or CM Punk, what have you, over Casey Navarro. I'm trying to think of who's the top babyface right now in TNA. Even Jeff Hardy, whoever, Nick Nemeth, Moose, you name a fucking talent right now. I think it's hard to find anybody that's more over than Oba Femi out here. He's really out here looking like he's goddamn. He's not exactly. He's Oba Femi Kenobi out here with this goddamn Biblix attire out here. and I'm sorry if I sound ignorant or whatever, if this is some ceremonial thing, but he does kind of look like, anyone remember Mortis, Kevin Thorne, when he was supposed to be the anti-Undertaker? It looks like he stole his attire and just came out with it. But Oba out here. And again, like, Roman might have the air Romans. We need the Shaqs, like the Obas out here, instead of when Shaq had like the big dunk logo out there, or the Mulberries. You just get the Obas out there of him hitting that pose. But this is going to be interesting. Is Oba going to announce who he wants to challenge next for his King of the Ring world title shot? Is he going to put over Brock Lesnar? Show him the show of respect that Brock showed him. Speaking of the man of respect, I guess respect scared him away. Got that one. Sliding down the line. Todd, what up, my guy? Shout out. Boston, bro. Yeah, well, it's a little ceremonial garb, and I'm trying to, as the crowd's losing their mind, and it's not one of those
loud
piped in or anything. Hi, now you come back out here. You wanted to wait on the respect.
A glitch in the system, but
there's no even, they piped it in of, you hear the people, but nobody's moving. No, everybody's Oba.
Right. Why is he not in the Lemon Pepper Steppers in that fit? Lady B, welcome back.
Yeah.
Why is he talking about TNA right now?
I was saying how Oba was the biggest babyface in pro wrestling, bar none. There was no babyface out there that is more over than Oba Femi. Like, he's a true babyface right now. Question. There's nobody booing Oba. What?
I will come back to that. I mean, I feel like we talked a lot about how big Roman Reigns is.
But Roman's not a true babyface. I'm not saying like that's a separate category to me.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that would be the exception. I think Punk's way up there. People are going to argue, but nobody's getting the reactions that Oba's getting. Arguably getting bigger, if not like on par reactions with Roman. Like, the crowd goes nuts when he comes out.
Right. Yeah, I was splitting hairs of. To me, he's literally wearing all white out there. He is white as pure as the driven snow.
Ooh,
a
Pop
baby
not
face
feeling
out
it.
Here.
Pop not feeling it, but Pop, nothing's meant badly. I'm sure. I wasn't here, but I'm sure it's all good.
Right.
Oba.
Yeah, I don't know what got out of line, but yeah. Funny you say piped in, because rumors, some of those chants at SummerSlam were, I don't think so at all. You sat there and we saw people crying in the crowd.
Right. I mean, if you paid attention, then you see the fan videos, they went nuts. Even people posting were like, and the roof blew off. Like, yeah, no. I mean, yeah, is there maybe, I don't know if what level they're at, Todd, but I think that's what people use. When something's really good, they're like, yeah, so why? It was piped in. It's a cop-out. It's an easy answer. It's a default.
Yeah, but you can't really say that when you can see everybody reacting to it. Like, you can see everybody literally.
Yeah, that's where you
step in time hitting the strut out there.
That's where they end up looking bad, because they're telling you that their word is more accurate than your own observation. That's crazy. I know what I saw.
I have eyes. I do have them. I know I have 4 of them, but I do have them.
Right. Any man has a problem. Who's going to be? Who has a problem with Oba that keeps him away from Roman for a bit, so LA can have some fun? Ooh. You will add. This is like Thanos.
Yeah, but he's out here. He is the one of one. He is the alpha male of our species. He is the guy that I've said before with Brock. He's now taken over that mantle. When the aliens come down and they say, bring out your hero, that's the guy we all push
the new guy
to the front of the line.
Yeah. The other guy retired, and here's the new guy. So, Oba and his pose, I mean, they just give Oba some time to let everyone, put everyone on notice, give him a chance for the crowd to cheer, and makes his point, and out he goes.
Yeah. But no, Oba like Rover out there.
The church, the Church of Obafemi and Slammer Day Saints. The ruler.
The Biblix out there. Have you heard about our Lord and Savior, Obafemi?
Alpha male makes me think of Monty Brown facts.
Yeah. He's a guy that could have been so much more, too.
Right.
Is it weird that him and Keith Lee both had to pounce and both, unfortunately at the wrong time had to bounce?
Right. Oh, wait a minute. We got company.
Please let Austin Theory get smashed by this man.
Let's go.
It's not Theory, do your boy some favors out here.
It's
Smash
not
this man. Braun.
That's not the match.
And great.
That's not the match. It's these two right here.
Yeah, so Theory gets to sit in the cuck chair.
Right. Well, with Maxine, so yeah, I think he's doing all right.
The Bacall chair.
A stare Braun Oba.
We've talked about this is Braun kind of gotten passed over by Oba, so is now the big dog that was in the yard before barking up of saying, you're stepping on my lawn now.
It's just one of those things that you plant the seed now, you put it there, and then when it happens, you'll go, oh yeah, they were teasing. It's kind of like Jade Charlotte, right? Like, how many times did they kind of cross paths, and almost to the point where you were getting frustrated of like, no, are they going to fight or what?
Yeah, just kiss or fight now at this point.
Right.
And now, so when we get the video package, just one.
It's tsunami time. Interesting.
Well, so Bronson. I know you stepped away, so I'm going to do it on you too out here real quick. But how do you feel of now? Where do we go with this Paul Heyman thing? Could he end up completely off the shelf for a bit, at least on screen? We've seen him since 2020. Does he go with Bronson? Does he go with Braun? Does he find a whole new project? But I'll be back.
Yeah, it's a great question. It really is a solid question right now, because I think we're in a unique territory right now with how things have worked out. It's a rare occasion.
Great question. Love where your head's at.
Great question. Love where your head's at. Right now, Paul really isn't tied to anybody tightly. He kind of told the Vision, you're good enough. Goodbye. Braun, we saw what happened with Brock. Obafemi, I don't think fits because Oba's so over as a baby face. Paul's presence might muddy that a little. So, Bronson's probably going to rejoin the Vision, maybe. Maybe he'll be anti-Vision when he comes back. Maybe he got LASIK and he can see better. I don't know what to tell you. Braun versus Braun. But again, you plant those seeds. Oba, Braun Breaker will be something. I think you're looking at, 5-6 years down the road, Oba, Braun Breaker, main event WrestleMania, multiple years in a row kind of vibe. That's the kind of talent they're bringing to the table. Big, hard-hitting guys that are going to be around here for quite a while. So I think that's a lot of what this stems from. But Paul Heyman himself, does he take a little sabbatical, enjoy the end of his summer, put his feet up? But then at some point he's got to, you would imagine they're going to want Paul to come back and do something, because Paul's been outstanding, unbelievably good at what he does. So if you bring Paul back, who do we then turn to? Would a guy like Royce benefit from Paul Heyman? I think my answer is absolutely. Maybe that's the type of guy that needs a Paul Heyman. It's very similar to Brock in the sense of didn't really want to talk much, but was an absolute force to be reckoned with. Let his actions speak louder than his words. Didn't cut a whole lot of lengthy promos. Maybe that's what's best for Royce. Don't speak a lot. Make the mean faces. Paul Heyman hypes you up. Plus, you're under that learning tree. Pulling that out on purpose. An actual learning tree that teaches you something. Maybe you guys can let me know. Who do you think should be the next Heyman guy or girl? I don't need Braun losing to Oba. Does nothing for Braun. Yeah, that's why right now Now is not the time. That's why I like the tease. I'm not thinking right away, Boston. Keep him away from Oba. If you want to keep someone kind of feeling good, Oba is not the answer. So we will get Oba Braun one day. Now is not the time. But just let us know it's there. Maybe sooner than I think, as we return to the action, and Braun Breaker is just staring at the entryway. Joe Hendry in the ring. Joe Hendry, Braun Breaker, unannounced. Joe about to do a job? Oh, okay. Interesting. No Joe Hendry entrance. I will put a poll up for this one. I'm a little, anyone surprised we didn't get, like, not even on Netflix did we get the Joe. But look, Braun will not even acknowledge Joe Hendry. And they're starting to chant Oba again. Austin, the GOAT Theory. Hashtag suck it, Nick. He's not even here to defend himself. But Theory looking good. He's got Maxine. He's got tag title gold. He's with Braun Breaker. And a lot of this stuff lately had him spotlighted. I'm curious. I want to see where he goes. How much does he get a push? You know, at some point, does he break? You know, when this all breaks up, is Austin Theory a guy that goes after the IC title kind of thing? Is he there yet? But Joe taking him out. Down goes Theory. This also feels like a Bronson Reed or Logan Paul spot. Logan's been out, but here comes Braun Breaker. Joe jumps over. This match has been a shit show. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. We got to stare off. Oh, so cynical, Paul. I like when KJ speed runs the comments. I'm trying. Trying to catch up for the unclicked ones. And Braun Dust Joe. Get to the keyboard, wrestling fans. And I probably don't read half them properly at all, or all of them. Oh, you're the worst. When I'm in rapid fire and I don't pre-read them, it's tough because God knows what y'all are saying. Earlier, I asked you if Danhausen invited you to his lab and challenged you to a game of foosball. I love foosball. I'll whoop some ass. I might get cursed, but I'll whoop some ass in foosball. That darn foosball.
Mama says that.
Mama says. Oh, now Theory jumps Joe. The crowd's been very kind of quiet by all this, and you know, it was a bit of a clunky segment here. Joe gets a jobber entrance. Theory's beating him up for no reason. He gets dusted by Braun. Braun's fixated on Oba. So I know Boston, we just said they probably shouldn't go Oba Braun right now. Tozawa on Austin's back, punching him in the noodle. Down goes Tozawa. But again, it's Theory. Theory's the guy that kind of stands alone. Boot to the face. Hurricane Rana. Tozawa's on fire. They're getting Tozawa over. Oba doesn't need a mouthpiece at all. Now my tongue's going rapid fire and it won't keep up with my brain. Oba is good on the mic. Exactly. I agree with that. Get Joe Hendry the fuck out of here. He was more over and more notable in the world as a TNA talent than he is as a WWE talent. WWE, I would say TNA cooled him off because they knew he was leaving, and WWE has done nothing to relight Joe Hendry. And I would love to defend it, and I have been like, we'll wait and see. But he, like, I mean, legitimately, the jobber vibe tonight. You know, they didn't like the Danhausen, Joe Hendry mashup. That didn't go well for anybody. Yeah, Joe. Heartbreaking. I think Joe's a really good wrestler. I think he has a really good gimmick, but he is just being, I don't know. I don't know. It's just not clicking. They're not booking it well. I don't know what to tell you. Don't Callis better than Heyman all day. Don't Callis, yes. Don't Callis. Heyman all day. I agree, Frankie. It's not even close. It's not even close, Frank. We literally named our award the Heyman Award because we can't keep giving the award to Heyman. Heyman is the bar, and I've been on the record as far as I'm concerned. Heyman takes number one spot ever. He is on the Mount Rushmore of managers, and he's in the number one spot. Period. And again, people are going to talk about the Brain. Brain was great. Heyman's better, and that's my take. So yeah, Don Callis, and maybe if you're just trying to tune my crank, Don Callis is a sheep herder with a whole flock of lost sheep, and he's terrible. He spends more time at commentary. Big Cass just staring off in the distance. Jackie's trying to get. Oh, he asked for the mic. Did he just say eat this? Oh, he said 8 years. I thought he said eat this. I was like, whoa, that's a terrible start to your promo. Let's go. Jody Thread is left. Yes. I hope she, MLP, MLW, NWA. There's a lot of companies hiring. Joe Hendry has become a joke. Again, there's a thin line between funny and becoming a joke. You don't want to be laughed at. You want to be laughed with. But Cass just basically said, I'm here and I'm going to destroy everybody. As was still to come, Jacob Fatu, Royce the 5'9", living life in the fast lane tonight as we get a street fight. Yes, that worked out so well. But yeah, street fight, Jacob Fatu and Big Royce. Who's going to win? What will this mean? Will there be more surprises tonight? How are you feeling out there? I guess I should take a minute to remind everybody we are back tomorrow for NXT 745. Wednesday, we got Dynamite as they build towards their big show. Will it be better than last week? Will it make sense? Will something be, will we open the show with something other than a boring pre-tape? Let's find out together. Wednesday's always the night of hopium. Thursday, we're back to TNA after a week off. TNA's doing some good shit. And I mean, the teases of the Wyatt Six hanging out with the Righteous and the Hardys, fun times. There's stuff happening. I know a lot of talk about Jody's gone and this person's gone, but if they're making room on their budget for the Wyatt Six, I think we can forgive them, right? If they're making room in the budget for better talent to come in, I think the fans will forgive them. Right now, in a time of change, we're uncertain, and I know some fans are upset, but I don't know if it's all bad. I don't know if it all, and some of the people that they've lost have been relatively insignificant losses from the company standpoint. But we'll see what happens there. Friday, SmackDown, the Fallout, CM Punk, Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes, Gunther, Aldis. How will all this work out? SmackDown feels chaotic. SmackDown might be heating up now in the back half of 2026. I think a lot of people felt Raw was much better in the first half. So SmackDown might have a resurgence here with a lot of fun names set to pop up on Friday. Deadass, y'all didn't get her Hendry's entrance. I am tweaking because I definitely saw him come out to the ring. I didn't see it. And I didn't even get it on Netflix. I got like the screensaver thing where they just show wrestlers doing stuff with music. Speaking of doing stuff with music.
You took the words out of my mouth there. I so much I even started to say them before I was on screen to have people hear my words out there.
Did you see Hendry's entrance? I didn't.
Well, we can talk about Joe Hendry in a second, but you mentioned a lot of the names on SmackDown. Is Finn Balor just the ultimate guy who got over in this whole situation?
Maybe. I mean, Sammy's going to play it up, and Sammy's going to tie this back into everybody hates Sammy. Everyone's out to get Sammy. How dare you do this to Sammy? Finn's got a case, and it might be a little quieter. I think if you're trying to look at it half full, Finn's in the mix. Finn's a name in the mix.
Oh,
if you're
for
looking
sure.
at it,
The main event scene on SmackDown has
it's stacked.
greatly expanded and greatly got some fucking depth to it out there.
It really does.
Now, should we get some depth of character for Joe Hendry? Can we keep going on with the sing songs and the guitar picking and everything? Has the comedy shtick run its limit out there? And do we get back to like heel Joe Hendry when he was on the Indies, but when he was the Prestige before even TNA, where he wasn't the Beach Blonde babyface and everything?
Yeah, he's so good.
He can talk. He can clearly sing songs, so he can clearly talk on the fucking mic.
Nick, he can wrestle. We know he can fucking go. That's what I'm bothered by. We know he can bang, and people don't know it. They think he's just a sing-songy guy. He's a great wrestler.
He's Elias. They made him Elias.
It's sometimes for me with WWE, I feel like the layups, like the tap tappy, like the easy layup, they somehow overcomplicate and brick it
in the hips,
right?
It's all in the hips.
Like they might hit a 3-pointer from center, but they'll also brick a breakaway, off the fucking off the layup.
Yeah,
like
they can hit a half court shot, but they'll sit there and go for a dunk that's uncontested and on a breakaway, and they just rim that shit. Bang! It goes all the way back.
Joe felt so cookie cutter, made for WWE, and all they had to do was let him make songs and keep putting them on Spotify and have everyone promote it the way they did the other shit, and it just nothing. It's
just did he run into people getting hurt at the wrong time? Like Logan Paul getting hurt probably completely derailed what they were doing with Joe Hendry.
But now you have him, and then I don't know if the right answer is Logan Paul got hurt, but you're going to get squashed by Braun Breaker. But and all that is,
yeah.
And I feel like
once the Danhausen segment, you kind of ran its course. Like, think about it, we're getting stale, we're getting old. At least I am on Danhausen a bit. Joe Hendry's been there for probably another 2 years before that.
Right? In kind of a different way. But here's Chad Gable.
Ready, willing, and Gable.
AEW rock bottom. Oof. They're gonna jump all over him.
I still don't even think that he was exactly talking about that. I know there's going to be people that make it that, but I mean, he did have his own substance abuse issues and everything. Like, he actually really went through the fucking battles out there, and it's surprising that AEW didn't capitalize that on as much as WWE is out the gate. They're talking like he's instantly 8 years. I've been through the fucking hellfire and brimstone, and I'm back after 8 years. I went through the goddamn gambit. I was out there struggling to fucking keep a job. I was out there struggling with my sobriety, this and that and everything. And now I'm back, and now I'm ready to fucking put boots to asses out here.
100%, sir. I was just fact checking something. But welcome back, Capone. Are we live for Triple Mania night 1 and night 2? Yeah, that's the plan. September 11th and 13th, we will be here live. Friday, we're here anyway, so we'll be part of our SmackDown coverage. And then Sunday, what else do we got to do on a Sunday?
I don't know, but Gable's got busted on the cheek as we were wondering where he got cut open.
Yeah.
And the chant, "You deserve it," as I guess Samuel saw my doppelganger out there in the crowd.
Right. How is Chad Gable more over in Iowa than he was in Minnesota?
That Midwestern, I don't know.
Right.
He said Cass has test physique. I agree with that. But you wouldn't find out how zesty that is to say, and his secret would be,
Your secret's safe with us, buddy.
Yeah, well, either way, I still think that Cass is very much like physique, like character-wise, personal, like he's in that test mold. 100%.
Yeah, book him like Test.
He's the guy that's what. Remember when he was part of the goddamn? Wasn't there the whole time where before he was with Jericho that he was part of a thing in AEW that almost kind of felt like the goddamn union?
Yes. Oof.
I know. I say it's the deep lore, the deep cuts out there because it only lasted probably like a week or two.
Yeah. Well.
But you know what I'm talking. Like I'm not. Yes. It wasn't a fever dream.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. But it didn't last. It was like a hiccup. And I'm trying to place it. Someone in the chat's going to tell us.
Fact checkers, let us know. Ready, willing, and Gable. Absolutely.
Right.
Tay, what up? Hot and ready like a Little Caesars pizza. I wish I had a Little Caesars by me. You have no idea how much I love Little Caesars.
It's good too.
We need a sponsorship by Little Caesars. They're crazy bread. I go crazy over the crazy bread.
Dude,
I will just eat that. That's a meal. That's a meal onto itself.
Do you guys have like the stuffed crazy bread that's filled with cheese?
Bro, I have to travel like an hour to try and even get any bit of Little Caesars. Like I'm
that's
not even
not 5-minute hot and ready, bro.
It's that or I get like imitation, try and do it at home, or I get the shipped like frozen dough shit.
Right. Little Caesars good. Now I got some Zod kicking around from today, so a smaller, like a little mini franchising. There's like several.
Well, no, that's handfuls. Sometimes the best.
That's the best shit.
Sergi's Pizza, still in Potsdam, New York, and Canton, New York.
That's
still the
best,
greatest pizza I've ever goddamn had. I know the whole family, everything.
Yeah.
Like you had people that we went to high school with, their parents are working there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and in those old shops that are still cooking, like Nona's old recipe, those are the best shit, bro. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's go. We got company. Zato.
But now he just showed the sign of respect. So is this going to be more a show of respect?
Yeah, Penta's probably going to have a match with somebody and Chad's going to high five him and leave. I don't know.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy's entrance, everything about this Penta is just good shit. Cool.
Remember when we grew up watching wrestling, you knew guys that were going to be action figures and everything like that.
Right.
That you just wanted as the goddamn action figure.
Right.
Penta's the guy you want as a goddamn action figure.
I want a Penta.
Yeah, with the Rock'em Sock'em jetpack that goes, it's turbo time. It's Penta time. Yeah. Who told you could eat my cookies?
Who told you could eat my cookies?
You just beat me to it. As Chad, this is the Penta turn.
Still the greatest Christmas movie of all time, next to the original OG Grinch. And yeah, I think that's it.
That's jokes. This year, I watched it this Christmas, and I took a picture and sent it to you. Like, hey, man, look what I'm doing. It's your fault.
Well, I still just want to, because the Turbo Man it is slightly available. In some places, it's $20. Other places, it's $2,000.
Yeah.
I'll even take Booster. I'll even take goddamn Booster out there.
Right? The entire movie, all I could hear was you doing the voice in the movie. Like, I couldn't hear it. It was just you doing it. It was weird.
That's the dance of Prince of Vixen coming.
Right?
Blitzing. He got two. That's what I'm doing every time when I took out. He got two.
Right.
He got two.
Pizza. Sorry. Pizza. Our Pizza is like a chain. Pizza is good because it's open later than most places, but it's like you're getting what you pay for. But it's, you know, in a buzzy haze, it's wonderful. Every other time, it's not great.
Either Pizza Hut or Domino's. Or you go to like a brewery and hope that it's still, you're going to get your slice that you're going to overpay for and everything. Okay. Like there's no just straight mom and pop shop of like, let me get 2 slices.
Oh, wait a minute. They did it again. No. They keep doing this. Dom wants the IC title. Oh, we're going to get a tag match?
This is how you rekindle Dom out there after he just lost to Danhausen.
Right. So we're going to get Dom and JD versus Penta and Chad. They're still booing the shit out of him. You know what I mean? Like, it's Dom. Like, he can dance underwater and not get wet.
I know, but there's still... You at times worry. Sometimes these wrestlers are a little Fabergé eggs, a little bit of that. You fumble with them a little bit and they crack pretty easy.
Yeah. Some characters are built in a way, and I think Dom's is that look like all right, you look like an idiot last night. Good, we hate you. And the next night he grabs a mic and they just boo him to death again. We still, it doesn't change. Again, if he did it every week in and out and he was always a putz, no. What makes him a good heel is that he actually gets his way. He wins titles. We've seen him be successful. So I think he's okay. And I mean, I get it. Like, I know people are just some people, again, we're at about the 2-month mark where people start kind of turning on something that goes over. So people are getting fed up. Oh, we've seen enough. Well, on to the next one. Our ADD's kicked in.
Well, Tay out there calling on MDB of the youngins have devalued the word aura. The youngins out there have devalued a lot. Now we old man yells at cloud a little.
The gray in the beard says yes.
Shout out to Kevin, by the way. Shout out of he doesn't get enough love or praise for him shouting out Rebel and everything like that. Like Kevin was super genuine on everything he said, and even I may not be here for a long time, but I'm going to go out on a goddamn good time.
Well, I think that one of the reasons why people love Kevin Owens so much is that idea of like, I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm gonna do it because it's important. And he kind of mentioned it, like it's a bigger than wrestling. And dude, he brought tears to my eyes. And I was actually trying to tell the Duchess, like, oh, Kevin Owens did this thing. And as I'm trying to explain it, I was getting like backed up of like, oh my God, like it was so endearing. And again, if you guys don't know the story, go look it up. We don't want to get, too far into it, but Rebel's, battling ALS, and she's been amazing. And she was inspirational to Kevin, as I do think they're setting up the tag match. And it's been amazing to see somebody go through something so horrible and stay strong as she has. We're going to do a special AEW show. They are going to do a special AEW show for her in her honor. And Kevin shouted her out in the post show, kind of Forbidden Door-esque. And I credit him for that, and I commend him for that.
Oh, absolutely. And as they very much have set up for right here, right now. But it's also to tie it back with the wrestling scope a bit more towards it of with him versus Punk, it kind of works because they are two guys that just feel so instantly, effortlessly genuine, authentic. That is who Kevin Steen is, Kevin Owen is. That is who Phil Brooks, CM Punk is.
Yes.
Like, there's not as much as they are a character, there is not a character in them out there. That is just who they are. And seeing him be as open and genuine and just, I'm going to do what I want and you can fucking have it. Same thing like Punk of that's why I can't wait to see these two lock horns.
No, for sure. And I mean, yeah, I think that's what they do really well is they blur that line between like, what's real and what's not. And they do that fantastically. And like you said, I think both guys, like, I think Kevin Owens and Punk, more so Punk, but there are people out there that Kevin Owens has rubbed the wrong way and will tell you like, that KO. But I mean, a genuinely good guy. You might not see eye to eye with him, but he's is who he is. I am who I say is I am.
I am what I am, and that's all that I am. Popeye the Sailor Man, as Todd saying. Britt Baker should be at the show they're doing for Rebel. Well,
amen.
That depends on where Tony. See, that's now on Tony. That is all on Tony.
And truthfully, to me, that's something that would, I hate to say this, but I mean, what a moment to kind of have. But it would, does it really transcend wrestling? Like that's where that would come into play of, we might not be on good terms with Britt, or we might not be using Britt, blah, blah, blah. But this is bigger than all of that.
Oh, for sure. We'll
be there.
Still, I'm going to probably call a shot that I don't want to call right now is that if Britt doesn't show, someone will put it out there that AW reached out and Britt didn't show up or whatever, and they'll pin it that way. I very much think that story will be a fucking thing.
Okay. I've been slacking at taking these polls down. Pause. But we do have a tag match, folks. Chad Gable, Penta teaming up, taking on Dom and JD. The faction that will not end.
Well, I saw a couple people out there of, Rota even, I can smell a Penta heel turn. Does Penta turn or does he just kind of pivot? Because we've talked about he might be more teaming with his brother than back on that singles run.
Well, if my theory was to play out, I mean, I wouldn't imagine you would turn him turn him heel and then reunited with his brother because we're going to want to cheer that. So if he turns heel, it means Phoenix and him are not getting put back together as quick as we thought. And I mean, it would be quite sudden for a guy who's like a merch monster and everyone loves him. It would be a hard pivot, wouldn't it?
Could you still do it even if he's not exactly heel, but he's more shades of gray of he's a lone wolf, he's more of a mercenary?
Too much gray. That's the problem.
Listen, that's modern wrestling is a smattering of gray with some fucking color thrown in.
Bland. Gross. It becomes mush. Too much gray. You get mush, my guy.
Don't believe me? Try to do
right. You need some solid heroes and solid villains. There can be a sprinkling. You can get the Deadpools and the Punishers of the world. Yeah, we're going a little nerdy here, folks. But you can throw in a couple reluctant, a Wolverine, a reluctant hero. But you can't. There has to be some genuine division of that's good, that's bad. Not everybody can be gray because then it just becomes a hodgepodge.
Well, that's what I guess more of what I was saying earlier with Oba. Of he's the most definitive of
that,
white meat baby face and everything like that. Everybody else may walk that shade of gray of he's the guy that is undeniably a baby face. There's nothing I think that he could do to get them to boo. As JD with a short arm clothesline on a pent out here. So let me know, folks, who you got for this and why is it? It's probably going to be Team Babyface, or maybe do you get the seeds of discontent of the little bit of tension between Penta and Gable? Dominic and JD have worked as a tag team together before versus Penta and Gable. They've got reps versus the other team has reps.
Yeah. I mean, there's a potential where, like, I would have no problem with JD McDonough challenging Chad Gable for the Intercontinental title. I have no problem with that. I think JD McDonough is a fucking banger machine. I think it just got someone else.
He's a guy that I think there's a foundation you might need to start putting, the rest of the pieces on top of it to really build it up. Could he have been the guy in the Dom spot versus Danhausen? I know we had the match the week before, but could you have just run it back or not had the match from before? You salvaged Dom with the spooter on the face?
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, you really have to consider what you're doing with Dom as well, but how much of his focus going into Triple Mania will be on AAA. So either, will you move away from JD altogether, or maybe it is McDonough that gets a little.
Do we have a defined challenger for who takes on Dom at Triple Mania?
Americano, right? I think.
Fair enough. No, I was genuinely asking.
No, I'm genuinely like, I should know this answer as, bad wrestling fan, but it should be, Grande. Yeah.
I'm just wondering if does a Penta slide anywhere with a win here into Triple Manias?
Maybe. I mean, that could be a thing as well, right? You don't want this guy. Well, he always loses in America. Why is he our champ?
Well,
tag
to McDonough. I still
KO
think that
and Punk haven't wrestled, and I believe that's the story going around. They haven't had a match
ever, to my knowledge, ever.
I didn't go through the the indie archives to confirm, but rumor is they haven't.
I'll admit I took somebody's word for it, but yeah.
I like.
At least I took a trusted source. I took a trusted source. I didn't just take a tweet.
He's in grade 5, and he had a strong opinion.
No, James Romero. That's who I took. That they haven't. I'm going to expose my source. I'm going to admit my source.
There you go. I agree with you, Nick. But even still, she should be there.
The Brit thing.
She should be
saying that they'll reach out even if Brit, like, it's one of those. No, I'm going to say this as gently as I can. Of it's putting Brit in a no-win situation, because she either has to go and deal with AEW that she may be not in the best of terms with because she wants to, support her friend and support a good cause. But also, if she says no, then she gets painted as the villain.
Oh, I think so. And I mean, you would hope that everyone understands what's at play.
You got her over a barrel.
Right. And the only other The only other thing, unless it's a case of I don't want to be a distraction from everything that's going on. But even then, you kind of, like Kevin Owens said, it transcends wrestling. It's bigger than wrestling. So and Tony Khan, to his credit, as much as we talk about his wrestling booking, I mean, super nice guy and always finds the way to be accommodating in that kind of situation. And we look at what he did for Brody and such. So I think there's hope. And I think everyone just says, even if we're not on the same page wrestling wise, this is about Rebel tonight.
Oh no, and I get that, but I just also I think it is AEW has her a bit of in the situation that if there is then beyond the whole Rebel thing of that you genuinely have an issue with AEW,
right?
That now you got to go and hang out over there because you want to support your friend, but you've got to go and deal with the boss that you're trying to have ongoing negotiations with and everything.
Yeah, I let it go. I think
no. I get it, but I'm just saying that it's still a thing.
Yeah, for sure. 90% of the chat going with Penta Gable. I mean, there would be an off chance that JD gets the win here, and it does cause for somebody to get a match, right? I don't know how they figured that out, but someone else said it. Boston said JD's so effing good. Someone else said it was Money that said he's top 3 in the world. I think you and I are both fans of JD McDonough. I think this is a guy that you could get a surprise IC title run out of and give us really good matches the entire time he's champion.
Christ, we were out here watching him on NXT 2.0 as Jordan Devlin. Right. So yeah, deep cuts. We've been a fan for a minute out there of absolutely, but it is a bit. I do think you need some remodeling, some restructuring for him to. He's not a guy, I think, that instantly jumps into feeling a credible threat. Like, yes, he can go and ring and everything like that. I'm saying everything creative-wise, everything, how they presented him, you need to give him a little bit of fluff to build him back up a bit.
Right. Tony Khan can accommodate these.
Oh, we know where that's going.
Zesty glazing.
I thought that only happens around Thanksgiving.
I mean, you're not fully clean unless you're zestfully clean.
What? I feel like that's got to be I know there's the soap brand Zest, but I've never heard the jingle.
That's the jingle.
You're not fully clean out of your goddamn ass.
That's fully clean. It's not bad.
No, I know more of maybe an Irish Spring jingle or something like that, or some Old Spice, versus some Zest.
Every time my father bought Irish Spring, he would open the bottle in like the kitchen on the way in and squeeze it and be like, nope, you're always waiting for the girls from the commercial to come out of the bottle like they did in the no, never happened for my mans. So tough break, Pops. Zestful glaze. Is there any other kind?
He was just Charlie Bucket with the golden ticket out there. Maybe next time.
Lesnar has officially been moved to WWE alumni page. There you go.
Thank you for your service.
Farewell. Thanks. A lot of people, fight fans and that, put up thank you Brock posts and stuff. So it's the retirement, I guess, is official for now.
Well, when he was already retired beforehand.
Well, he never came out of retirement. He just had a match while retired.
Right. So he was retired. As ankle lock, Dom kicking out.
Look, the crowd going nuts for I almost called him Angle. For Chad, look, Dom trying to spin out. This is wicked. JD
is he
coming
a
back.
Cute Angle? We have Kurt Angle. We have a cute Angle. We might have right Angle with Kendall Gray out there.
His ankle might be in a right angle.
Yeah. No, obtuse.
This match is unnecessarily good. Canadian Destroyer on the floor.
No, I feel like that gets said more often than not with WWE.
Canadian Destroyer on the floor?
Unnecessarily good.
Yeah,
well, it could be both. Either could be both. Both.
I think they're trying to get rid of the idea that the good wrestling only happens on other shows. I really think they're trying to give us better matches and guys that we want to see wrestle, like a JD, like a Penta, like Dom even but Chad's got the hammer. Chadwick's got a hammer.
Why is the ref not? Yeah, why is the ref not grabbing it? Well, it's like the Trick Corbin match to where he didn't see it, but the ref sure goddamn heard that freaking kendo stick shot.
Oh.
Bridget suplex chaos.
And the IC title or champion wins.
Yo.
There you go. Dom takes another pin. Oof.
But to an IC champ, it's one thing to, very nice, very evil, but versus the newly crowned IC champ.
Right. Regular fan, nothing special. Stone Cold, by the way. There you go. Yeah. That's yours. I don't want to say yours. Well, yeah, there you go. He's unretired 3 times. It's a wrestling trope at this point.
SmackDown, Stack Down might need an extra hour.
Yeah,
they're struggling to fill 2. Let's get 2 filled before we try and worry about 3 again.
Yeah, let's get like a solid 2 hours in. But this show has we got one segment. We got one match left, which is going to be a street fight. Royce against Jacob Fatu. As we go back to Cody Rhodes and Punk. No Punk tonight.
Is it what?
Well, Fridays, right? The dumbass.
Friday. No, well, hold on. You answered your own question.
I did. Okay. I called myself a dumbass for not.
Right. Well, I was going to say, did Cody just eat that many Reese's Cups that they just gave him the Reese's Cup crown and everything up there? Because that guy haircut looked like an unwrapped Reese's Christmas cup.
Y'all have a Chadwick Bossman. I'm Chadwick Goss Shoesman. Gossman?
How did you turn German in there?
I don't know what happened here. What are you saying?
He turned Austrian in there. I'm Chadwick Gossman.
Who understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Yes. Well, I heard me and you. Pause. Oh, Heyman backstage again. Now, Braun. This is give me what I want. Give me what I want. Fuck your vision. Fuck your theory. I'm glad I missed all of that. Hallelujah. Praise Jeebus.
Wait. Oh, Lyra's talking to Pierce.
He's just looking for a fix.
Why Pierce?
Bald. Suit. You're a businessman. You do business things. I saw that.
Paul's going to push Braun towards Oba.
But also, is Braun going to be like, is Heyman going to become Braun's kind of wise man, his guy in his corner? He's even saying, I think you should. I noticed.
How would I know where Oba Femi is? Wait, that was weird.
Braun thinks that.
Oh, I thought he was your new best friend. That's odd.
Because he thanked him, because he shook his hand. That's interesting.
But it kind of annoys Paul with Braun.
Yeah, which is odd.
I'm a little confused by this.
Are they actually going to put Oba in Heyman? Why?
I think that's a terrible choice.
It's not terrible. It's a hat on a hat.
It's unnecessary.
Yes, a hat on a hat. It's one of those frosting a cake, so I put more frosting on it.
Yeah, yeah, we're good. We're good. Paul can do something else.
Speaking of good, we got Jacob Fatu coming out right now, so we're gonna get a goddamn street fight between Jacob Fatu and Royce the 5'9".
Yes, folks, and we do have a poll going up. Let us know who wins. This is a street fight. I will put nobody as an option, but unlikely that nobody's the winner of a street fight. But just in case, there you go. Get your vote in. Up next, we go to commercial break. Jacob, Royce. Am I wrong to feel this? Am I being a greedy wrestling fan? That there's more to this than just these two guys are fighting? That there's more at play?
Oh, well, now it becomes a question of who gets involved. Is it LA? Is it Roman? Is it just the Usos? Is it a solo? Of LA was just teaming with them. I feel like LA has got the biggest reason to get involved. but now
but LA left.
Everybody, did he leave or did he leave?
Yeah, right. Did he leave or did he wrestling leave?
Yeah. But even then, if he shows up, does everybody have to? Roman said, I can't touch you. Roman said, I can't touch you.
I don't know. I mean, this isn't like, is it like the other?
Does LA Knight get that emboldened that he, goes full and steps on his own dick, and now that he crosses and goes too far, so now Roman lets the dogs loose on him, and now you got to deal with the full bloodline wailing on you.
Yeah, I'm wondering, like, is there a world where they blame Jacob for some of the dysfunction right now and they kind of push him away, which allows him to kind of go back to being in the chase, which was better? Maybe too soon. Everybody keeps rumbling about Zilla. You want to end tonight with that might be the move. It's a street fight. People are going to get involved. We think shenanigans should be afoot. We've seen a lot of surprises over the last 3 days. Why not one more, Triple H? Am I being greedy? One more little holy shit, didn't see that coming?
I don't know. Well, Todd out there, shout out to Bird Lady, actually stayed in character in our recent interviews.
It's good
KJ
shit.
confused, saying ain't so.
I just don't know how this all plays out. Like, the jealousy from Braun. He walks away from the vision, but then there's still something there. But now Braun's kind of being combative with Paul. Does Paul have a different trick up his sleeve? I don't know. Like, do you make Big Bill a Heyman guy? I saw this guy. I saw Big Cass come out, and he looks dominant, and I'm going to take Big Cass to the next level.
Right, Baxel. Right, fucking Baxel. Right, Baxel. Come on. No, I clicked on Till 5 out there saying they don't have a face manager to put with him, so they're running the same BS as ever.
Where they just make it happy Paul Heyman having a good time?
I said it before. I think you have Heyman off our screen for quite some time. He takes a couple months away. We've seen Heyman on our screen for almost 6 years now, since 2020 when he was out there starting off as the wise man for Roman Reigns, and he's been on our TV screen the whole time through. So he goes away for a minute. We've got all this weird, awkward tension, and then now we see how the landscape lands.
It's not a terrible show, and you're right, because outside of the injury angles, that's fair, and I do think there's a WWE wants Paul Heyman on TV because he's valuable that way.
We do. We all do. I do.
Yeah. But I agree with you. If you let him take a breath, go put your feet up, well-earned vacay, and maybe you give it a few months, and while that happens, he could show back up with a Keanu Carver, maybe someone else that's kind of on the cusp. Maybe it is a guy like I said, Royce Keys almost fits the bill. Is that too Rybacky?
You threw out a Jordan Grace though earlier and everything.
I did, just kind of see where you were at. I would have no problem with Jordan, but maybe like Paul walks back in with somebody to take on Oba. This is my new champion to take on you.
I thought it was going to be Braun. Could it be a Bronson Reed?
A KO return. Sorry, I got distracted by KO, man.
Trust me.
My apologies. But they just started replaying the entrance, and I instantly and they're showing all the reaction everywhere it was reported.
Was it the biggest reaction of the whole weekend? I know they showed one guy in the crowd crying, but I've seen plenty of fan videos that she wasn't the only one. Christ.
Oh, no.
We were out here live on stream getting misty-eyed.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, man, is that the biggest pop of 2026?
Remains to be seen, but it's definitely in the challenge. It's definitely in the considerations. Right? It's definitely top 4.
Like Grande winning, huge pop. The WrestleMania
Darby over MJF.
Darby, that got a big pop for a small, with their crowd. It was a big pop, yeah. If you measure to scale.
Loud pop, small venue. Pop, small venue.
Big pop. I'll give him a big pop on that one. But we've seen, Sammy winning got a huge pop and a huge reaction.
Punk showing up in Chicago to challenge Sammy.
Yeah. Do you think Punk will show up or be involved in NXT in Chicago? To just salt
maybe just fucking sergeant at arms, a master of ceremonies.
We'll give him like a a one-off match with somebody like a
who versus Grayson Waller pipe bomb?
let's
bomb?
go. The pipe bomb, pipe bomb.
You want to castrate the kid
you
right
said
out
a Star was born.
Public castration is what that would be.
You said Star is born. Line them up. Let's go. But yeah, this is the beginning of a street fight. Big back elbow. Folks, get your votes in.
Right.
52%. I mean, Keys. A lot of people pick nobody. 23%.
Which is not a bad shout because, again, somehow even a street fight, it feels like this may end up in a no contesta.
Right.
But this is MLW meets AEW. Eat your heart out as Jacob with a tope. But yeah, Royce out here. Are these two guys that could be out here for the IC title scene that start bucking down at a Chad Gable and everything? If the bloodline wants to have all the gold, Jacob versus a Gable.
Yeah, I mean, I talked a lot about this week because you start looking at the roster and they're bringing in new names, and when they were killing it and they were going to war with another company, you were getting big main event names. Granted, maybe not as big as they become. In like really, mid card side stories. Instead of Stone Cold going after the belt, he was tied up in some angle with somebody.
Nice check on Jackass,
right? But like showing up at in the hospital and that kind of thing. Like there were these side things to keep. Like they had so much talent. Taker, Kane, like we run through the gambit. Austin, Booker, Jericho. They had all these fucking. So you had your main card, your lower card was outstanding too. So they're kind of in that challenge of, all right, if Cody's not fighting for the title anymore, what does Cody do to keep him relevant or keep him busy? What are you going to do with Drew when he comes back? What are you going to do with this one? I know Randy's set up for Cody, but that's the questions you ask leading in is, how do we keep all this talent relevant and matter?
But is that also a little bit to the counterpoint of like what Hunter was out there saying, are you more over than this? Are you more over than that? And everything?
That's the battle.
Yes, but that's when you see a guy like LA Knight that has been the flower that's grown through the concrete cracks.
You're right that he is super over. I do believe LA has an asterisk. I believe LA's I think his age is a factor, but I do believe we kind of got a taste of it on
Batista. I don't want to hear age is a factor, and then we can talk about Batista.
DDP, another great one.
Exactly.
I'm not saying he couldn't do it. I'm just saying I think he's had some sandpaper moments with oh wow,
you sandbagging son of a bitch as they go through a fucking barricade out there.
Sandbagging son of a bitch.
Yeah, Coachman, let's go. Now I'm getting hyped for Coachman just because he's a fucking soundboard clip now.
Yeah.
As they go through the barricade out there, but again, Royce versus Jacob out here as a main event doesn't feel out of place as a main event.
Right. What one did I butcher down, man? You guys are playing with my emotions.
I don't even know.
Jesus, Jose. What do you want from me?
Killing me, Smalls.
Guy gets a champ. Guy becomes champ and gets an attitude like Roman. What is going on?
Did you see, though, Roman out there eating a cheeseburger and fries? That's the saddest cheeseburger and the saddest sad sack of fries I've ever done seen.
The tribal chief.
You think the tribal chief can get some fucking Five Guys?
Right? Yeah, the tribal chief doesn't get like a big kahuna burger with like a big, like.
This is a tasty burger.
Yeah, this is a tasty burger. I need that as a sound clip. That's got to be on the board. That's a good one.
No,
too many options.
I think would it be that one or I'm pretty fucking far from okay? I've been rained out there. Are you okay? I'm pretty fucking far from okay.
Yeah.
That might get used more than that is a tasty burger.
I like that one just because we're always talking about fast food.
Well, we're heavy set guys. I don't have big in my name for a fucking gimmick.
Right. As we got chairs, we got tables, we got an apron lifted up, we got chaos, we got Hobbs on a table.
Tables and ladders and fatus, oh my. Tables and ladders and fatus, oh my.
Let's go. Did Royce Keys get traded to Raw? No, not officially. He just got beef with Jacob, and we pretend that's not a thing.
Is Jacob on Raw or SmackDown?
Raw. He got traded.
Because he's part of the bloodline.
Yeah.
But it's also a little bit like how you just had them. Oh,
I do want to take a second to point out that Royce Keys, a guy who had gone missing from TV for a long time, over a year, he wasn't anywhere to be found. Signs with this company. People are a little impatient with his onboarding. But here he is main eventing a Monday Night Raw with Jacob Fatu. That's got to be a W in your fucking story.
Well, and getting a solid ass reaction out here. I know I critiqued Big Cass's reaction, but Royce is just lapping this man out here.
Right. More chairs.
Throwing more chairs.
More chairs. All the chairs.
More plates. More plates. Razor blades. More plates. Shout out anyone who gets that battle rap reference. If you do, you're a legend in my book.
Welcome.
Never mind.
What are they chanting?
I don't know. This right here for the number one.
The stip just seems
weird to me. I don't think it's weird at all. You even joked around and said it's two guys from the streets in a street fight.
And they've had back and forth, and they kind of built to them being angry at each other. Maybe the stip feels weird, but again, I think I felt like this last night with a bit of the Hell in Cell, and more so with this one actually. We're kind of getting, we're getting sprinkles on our Sunday, and we're mad at the sprinkles. Like this is a great main event. The extra stuff's just kind of fun, and I think again, if WWE's trying to kind of up their game, be a little more gritty, this is a good way to go about it.
After what we saw on Saturday, do you truly know who wins this match? Because we just saw the Bloodline take an L to the team of the Soloists. So could Royce pull off a win here?
Yeah, Jacob being humiliated and taking an L and adding to the angst of what's going on with the Bloodline. And he's already in the doghouse, the tribal chief mad at him. So would this just add to it? And Royce just wearing him out, but he's back up. We know Jacob don't like to stay down.
I love this stuff from C Money. KJ, respectfully, fuck those sprinkles. I hate sprinkles too. Now we gangbanging on sprinkles.
Well,
things that I never thought would happen in the year of our Lord 2026. Gangbanging on sprinkles.
Last night I said chocolate sauce. I didn't want to double down. Maybe peanuts if you're not a fucking
caramel sauce. Caramel sauce and strawberry syrup.
All right, whatever topping you like. Right? So instead of just getting plain ass vanilla ice cream, you guys are gang banging on the sprinkles or the toppings.
As we got a kendo stick in Keys' jaws out here. Side question, side tangent, Your Honor. Did you have the magic shell like we did in the U.S. to where you had it would be caramel sauce or chocolate sauce or whatever, but because you would put it on ice cream when it was super cold and everything, it would start as sauce and then it would harden and everything, so you could crack it with your spoon and everything. Yeah.
But you call it magic?
Magic shell, because it would start off as a liquid and then turn to a solid. No, you put a bowl of ice cream or whatever. You pour that on there like chocolate syrup, and it hardens on top of it.
Oh, wow, through the chair.
Oh, through the bridge of chairs. Yeah. You heard him, Chris.
Too. Yeah, I think we have the same thing named differently, but yeah, like the hard shell,
it starts as a sauce and then crack it with a spoon afterwards.
If anyone tuned in right now, they're like, "What is wrong with these?"
It's just vitamins, beards, and big. There you go.
This is awesome. Breaks out. I like it.
Oh, DT on the
we got a bleeder.
Chair. Yeah, well, is Jacob busted open on his back, or is that just bruises from last night?
I think it might be a bit from tonight. He took a lot of kendo sticks to the back tonight so far, so could be either.
Now,
I took someone's word for it. Do we really have? Yeah, busted open. There you go.
Oh, who?
Again, this is great for Royce's career. When everyone's saying we're getting the same old thing, I've never watched, Royce and Jacob have a war, so this is great.
They're burying him now with a All the chairs. Well, I was going to say, if you were to change the 3 letters in front of this match, does it get a different perspective on it?
Say that again?
If you change the 3 letters in front of this match, if this is under a different promotion, does it change the perspective?
Yeah. I mean, it's the same as the wrestlers who are being heavily criticized, that the minute they're rumored to jump ship, they're all of a sudden great. We forgot we didn't like them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
Or vice versa. You!
Royce going to win. Key's going to get the 3. Jacob kicks out. So
2.
close.
I just got the 2, so you might have to brief, but I don't know.
Replay?
The replay of, okay, so it was more of a spin, and I thought it might have been a flip, but it was more of a spin.
It was kind of almost the Tour of the Islands, kind of going back that way.
Don't you bring his name up.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Don't you give me hope. Jeff Cobb out there saying how I wanted to wrestle more. I don't get why they didn't call me Jeff Cobb. I even commented underneath that. I was like, me either.
I saw that and I'm like, Nick's so happy right now.
Don't you give me hope.
He didn't even want it.
Exactly. Justification. Spine buster. Arn Anderson would be proud. Strap down. Another strap down.
Straps you down.
But Royce is a guy who you could see. Samoa dropped to a table. And he caught him with the pop-up.
What a spot.
But he just got him. He got him on the last inch. Prettiest Samoan moonsault ever.
Dear gosh. Good Lord. Gee Willikers.
God is my witness. He is broken in half. Tongue and death grip now.
Tongue and death grip.
Are we going to see Haku say, give me back my move, motherfucker?
Right? I'm here now. Stop it. He's going to join them.
Just the facials. Pause. And
Hobbs won't go out.
He's out.
He's already
he's out. Well, they sat there and they go in tight, and he's got the watery eyes.
Right. Jacob Fatu gets the win.
And just goes out.
Oh, they're calling for help as Jacob won't let go.
But that was so good to me, of just little weird, like nuanced cinematic angles, and like knowing how to produce some of this shit. Showing that tight shot of his face as he's going out, as you literally see the light fade, was spot on.
Right.
And Hobbs or Keys sold it perfectly.
Yeah. Look at Jacob's back, man. Like, again, a good match, a good main event. That's solid for me, for my money. And again, I like the fact that it's Royce. Big night for him. And anyone out there,
and he's going back as he goes back.
They're destroying Hobbs. No, this is a good night for Hobbs.
He's bleeding from the mouth and everything. Absolutely. You're building this up to this is going to be your next big. The street fight couldn't even contain what they needed to do to each other.
Yeah.
Does this go to a War Games?
Well, I mean, cage match, last man standing match, falls count. And like we started this with a street fight. They might be writing Royce off. Goodbye. Back
to you're ending this man.
Hey, it won't stop. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, but even then, if a guy like Jacob feels like he kind of fits that vibe, kind of got the dirty dreads, got the spittle in the beard and everything as he's out there choking a motherfucker. Like he feels like that unhinged, wild Samoan, pun intended.
Pillmanizing. Do we get somebody?
Well, no, not all the endings went out now as they actually play of this would end his career.
I'm saying Pierce makes it down that aisle pretty good. Like, somebody take the chair off his neck. Well, like, don't just leave it there, hoping Jacob won't hit it.
Somebody do something. Like,
don't leave him there with the chair.
Pull away the weapon.
Get the chair.
He's
going to do it again. Get the chair.
I mean?
They didn't get the chair.
Oh, that's it. Royce might be done.
Oh, shit. He went to do another one and said, "Oh no, get on there."
How badass is that? If you sit there and just yada yada, you just dance on the motherfucker's grave out there. Literally, I sat there and killed the man, and now I just danced on the motherfucker's grave.
Look who's back.
But now is Roman going to condone this, or is Roman going to go at Jacob for this?
I don't know. One's up. I think it's
fatality. Yeah, for sure. Finish him.
Roman is actually coming back out.
Anyone catch Jacob trying to like do up his braids to like try and look professional for a minute and look presentable for the OTC showing up? We represent the Vatu Guild.
Oh, he's nodding with approval.
So it was a hit. It was an order coming down from the tribal chief as Jacob acknowledges Roman right at the top of the ramp. So send a message. I said I won't fuck with you doesn't mean I can't fuck with your friends.
100%. 100%. Again, and that's that
you are cursed? Did you just curse me?
Right? And that's like the dark, like that dark gray of Roman, because he just, go kill him. Like he's villainous in this moment.
Yeah, it was, well, I said I wouldn't fuck with you. Didn't mean I wouldn't fuck with them.
Jacob's still giving him the blessing.
That man blessed. How do you dance on this man's grave and then bless it afterwards?
We're still with Roman. Ray.
Yo, why they tapping up? Roman showing up in AAA? What? What the fuck was that? It was good. I didn't catch what they fully said, and it seemed like they walked off to go do business. Oh, Roman might be in AAA. Hey, what do you say?
He said, I'm the manager of AAA. And he said, yes, let's go. That's what I caught. So
yeah, but it's still.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Like, is Roman leading like
doing business with the cartel? We're moving weight out here.
The AAA invasion of WWE is about to happen, and led by Roman Reigns.
I don't know if there's any Polynesians in Mexico, but I guess we're going to find out.
Yeah, I'm like trying to think like who's down there that he'd want to get his hands on, or like what is this?
Send people at? Is it because they're going toe to toe with All In? So Roman Reigns,
bro, the people are going to lose their noodle. How dare they? How dare they? People, yeah, Roman versus Microman.
I need an inside man, and there's no man I know that can get more inside than Microman.
Let me run something by you. What is this? Like, okay. What does this mean?
Cliffhangers. I didn't know we were watching the telenovela. We turned into an episode of Narcos out here. We had a hit taken out. We had The Sopranos. We got everything out here.
I legit don't know what the fuck to make of this. Like, I mean, usually, we throw a lot of insight out, but Roman's going to AAA. Like, should we tune in? Like, what is happening?
It's provocative. No one knows what it means, but it gets the people going.
Facts. Ladies and gentlemen, Raw has gone off the air. You guys can let us know what you think about the cliffhanger. We take a rating out of 10 for every single show. Tonight had a lot to it, and I'm really curious how the fans feel, because there was a lot of good. There was some not so good, but a lot of it was solid.
Yeah, I'm like trying to run through. I was like, there was
Roman opens the show.
Good. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Oh, what was not good? Okay.
Well, no, I was literally just running it through, because sometimes some of that not good makes you forget what was good and everything.
Right. I think Roman opened the show well. I like the setup. I like how that played out. I'm curious about this Jacob thing. And like, I mean, we already know he's kind of the heavy hitter for Roman. LA Knight seems to be in a position to, like you said, we're going to go after his friends. So, okay. Does LA Knight have any friends in AAA?
I don't know, but out there, he's saying, I liked it just before we got into AAA. I don't know what even to make of that, honestly. But it felt very much of, okay, we're going to send a message of, I said I won't fuck with you, but I'm going to fuck with your friend right over there. Like,
yeah, and I
won't mess with you, Billy, but Timmy's
Right?
gonna get his goddamn legs broke, and it's gonna be because
Mhm.
I said I wouldn't fuck with you.
Yeah, and the trump card is the fact that Roman, the bloodline, we have a Hulk, we have a Jacob, we have a Fatu, we have a
Yeah,
werewolf.
but that was cool of seeing to where they acknowledged through the entrance ramp of that. We kind of wondered if that was Jacob going solo, if that was a Roman design play out there, and seeing that acknowledgement across the ramp pretty much said, yeah, no, this was by design.
Oh yeah, like Roman comes out and says, yeah, one's
I
up.
ordered the hit. I ordered the hit.
Yeah, I might have been mad at you for losing, but you've done well, sir. So yeah, I mean, ultimately a good shout. I'm literally trying to get back to. I just want to re-see how the show ended because I'm like, listen, you thought the whole Undertaker's running the show thing confusing? Like, what is happening now?
Well, now is it Borash? Is it Mysterio? Is it who's running the ship out here?
I see this again. All right, folks, give us your ratings. We're going to get to as many as we can, and we're going to tap out. I thought it was a great show. I really thought it was a good show following up SummerSlam. A lot of pops. Yeah, I know people are going to be mad about Joe Hendry. C'est la vie. There's a lot of other good stuff. I thought the matches were really good. Big Bill, he's coming super serious with a chip. The double swerve where it's, oh, we got this guy. No, we got someone else. I love it. They keep doing it. Becky Lynch tonight. Steph's back. It's going to be hard. I know it's going to be hard not to give this show a decent number.
Well, I mean, shout out the Wrestling for Life Network Observer out here. Should I just be like, this is the greatest post pay-per-view show this month out here? 7.5 for me. And that might be going on a bit of a scale of from just coming off the tails of SummerSlam, that it might get kind of that, not the full grade, but I still even think that it wasn't perfect. It wasn't without flaws, but what it had was super solid.
Okay. Yes. I completely agree with you. I just ran back the end of the episode real quick because I wanted to see. So, Rey Mysterio says to Roman, I'm the manager of AAA, right? And Roman goes, I do now.
Oh, so he didn't even know.
Right? Like he just, that like perfect Roman answer. Like, why would I know that? It's like, what do you mean? And then he said, let me run something by you. So they're very interesting of what this is. Why does Ray want to talk to Roman?
Pops in recruiting the bloodline versus Los Perros.
Okay. That's less exciting.
Well, is that, hey, all in's the same day, so let's get the biggest talent we can to show up out over here.
You're not wrong. Like, I mean, it's a very big, a very obvious kind of. If you start bringing in Roman Reigns,
it's a goddamn arms race.
Do we have a problem here? Like, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Do we have a problem here? Like, you can't get mad. You can't get mad. They're going to use their bullets if they can. And that's not fair. Dude, leave LeBron on the bench. What?
Right? What
do you mean?
It's only an AAU team. goddammit.
All right. 9.9. I'm gonna go 8. I'll go slightly higher than you.
Okay.
I think I like
high all weekend, and now you're coming in high.
Right, slightly higher. Yeah, I think that I'll give a little bit of love. I might have liked the Big Bill stuff slightly more than you did. I think
a lot more than I did.
Fair enough. So I think that's where maybe the slight difference in score is. I give them credit. Like I like when oh shit, Becky's here, and then it's but Steph's here too. I really like the women's wrestling, the women's division. I said it, SmackDown and Raw. There's so much fucking talent.
That was a really good segment. The Roman starting off the show was really good. The ending was really good.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah, a little bit. Telenovela more than cliffhanger, I'd say.
Right. I give him a bonus 2.5 for to get him up to the 8 for Ray just kind of blowing my mind a little.
Well, we had the whole Heyman discussions out there. We had Oba has his whole segment, and now what's next with Heyman? there was a lot of more questions coming out of this than we got. I don't want to say then got answers, but a lot of new questions on the table now.
Right. Welcome. Lots of questions. Greetings from Chile. Welcome. And good comment as far as Triple Mania is night 2. So yeah, I'm just kind of blanket naming. My apologies, but the Bloodline versus El Ojo. I mean, again, you said hell for leather. We're like really digging in here.
Right.
Roman is AAA. Is pissing off Tony Khan. Yeah, this is crazy shit.
Roman Reigns and TNA next. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, help their ratings. Let's go. Go on AMC. The OTC on AMC this week.
There's no way this is an actual. Well, no, I believe this is a quote, but it feels like it's put in the wrong headline here. Meltzer apparently quoted as saying Rollins versus Roman was drama class nonsense. What is the Hangman Adam Page promo
or match? How many times in AEW?
No, that's a Moxley match. A Moxley match might be more
that. The good guy picks up the belt and looks at it and thinks, and then just drops it, and then the bad guy picks it up and hits him with it because he's a fucking moron. What are we doing? Like,
and I looked at him, and he looked at me.
If he said that, if he really said that, it's another reason. Do not follow anything to do with the Wrestling Observer. It's garbage. It's bad for your health. Quit it. And again, that's my personal opinion, not that of the channel, but I know most of the presence on the channel completely agrees.
9 out of 10 marks, and the Surgeon General Mark's warning out there very much, go against, the Wrestling Observer Network out there.
Right. 7.75 knee pads. Roman Reigns said, I do now. And Ray said, let me run something by you. Thank you so much, reader. 8 out of 10. It's just so funny. Do you know I manage AAA? Oh, I do now.
Well, I guess I do now.
You really think I'm following your career, Ray? Come on now.
Well, is that the biggest, dog walk a little bit right there? Ray's a fucking OG, and
right, just
you think I'm following around with what you do?
What's this AAA you speak of?
What is this AAA? What is this Mexico you speak of?
Right, I am a little stumped by this one. I did not expect Rey Mysterio to be waiting at the end of the show tonight to leave us on a hook of what do you mean? Can I run something by you? That's interesting as shit.
Yeah, who would he pull out of there?
I have no idea. I'm really kind of got to put some thought into it. Roman Reigns at Triple Mania is a multiverse collision. The Tribal Chief walking into. So if you send Punk to Chicago and you send Roman to Vegas, no one's going to be happy outside of the company. Like anyone else.
I don't know. I think Johnson's out there like Pepe Sylvia now. He's just got all the fucking images and thumbtacks and everything.
8 out of 10 from Safit, Mari Sade to NXT. Do you just reset her and put her back in there?
You need to apologize for how you butchered the shit out of her name right there. Mari Sade. Mara Sade.
What?
Mara Sade. But yeah, you Mary Sade.
Sade. I don't know what we're doing.
Start off.
Ada, what do you think?
Now on what? Out of 8 out of 10?
Yeah. No, on would she go back to NXT and just reset?
I'd love to see her out there back in WWE. I think that she's very much, she actually put it out there, and I saw it on social media. I think it was Instagram where I saw it, to where she even said how when one door closed, it opened up a dozen other doors and everything, a dozen other opportunities or whatever. To where when she initially was released, now she's in a bidding war probably between AEW, TNA, WWE, MLW, MLP. Yeah. Put a fucking 3-letter acronym in front of it out there. She's now, because she went out there and bet on herself, she established herself now as more of a hot commodity than what she once was.
Right. 6 out of 10 from Boston. Nothing that happened made me personally think to myself, I need to tune in next week. I'm happy Cass is there. Not much else really spoke to me tonight. Fair enough, man. That's it. Fair enough. Again, I don't get it, but fair enough. 8.5 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10. I want some of these wrestling fans to start telling us what they would do to make these shows, these epic shows that they think they're supposed to be. You get 2 returns. You get a couple really good matches. It didn't speak to me. Fuck it.
Well, I was going to say, I think with Boston, I think it's more the satirical saunters on out there. It wasn't like I hyped it up saying it was going to be like I was more excited for it than the Raw after Mania and everything. I will say it didn't live up to that with me, but I would just say that it was a complete wash or anything. Like a 6 to me would be far too low with this. That's why I'm 7.5. Lowest possibly I could get was 7, and that's more of just because I might take an issue with DiGiorno big cast out there. It wasn't hot and fresh or delivery out there.
Right. Fair enough. I mean, again, some people it's just not their cup of tea, and that's completely fair. I just don't know what the can we get 6 returns next week? What do we need to do? I mean, I'm really curious with some of this.
With you even said it that some of these matches could have been would have been advertised for tonight and everything instead of just announced last minute and everything. And it felt like the way that the matches came across that they were announced last minute too.
A little bit, I would give you that. I really like the main event. I give the main event a lot of credit, and I really thought the Chad Gable tag match. I said it at the time that match was unnecessarily good. I mean, maybe not. I thought Roxanne was fine with her match, and they're still trying to build something there. I mean, again, was it? I get it. I mean, I understand. I just don't think some of the stuff's getting the credit it deserves. 9 out of 10. Liv, then that's the other end of the spectrum. 9's a bit high, but we're okay. 316 is very happy.
And I did see Keyshawn up there saying Mara could go to AEW with Kevin Knight, who's her man's up there. But
that is true. Very possible.
Yeah, but I also think I know you've talked about it on the Wednesdays, and I second your opinion of that very much. The women's division on AEW's been kind of lost in the sauce out there. Of that, I feel like if she shows up in AEW, she becomes just another number instead of if she was to go back to NXT and just have a singles run, she could be an NXT Women's World Champ.
That's what I think might be best for her. Like if you put her in there and there's some, a Kendall and you got some good talent around that scene, Kalani, there is that opportunity.
Miss Parker. God damn, I'm going to come down with palpitations.
Yum yums.
Yes.
But yeah, I do think that opportunity exists for her to kind of really reestablish herself and kind of show off what we didn't get to see the first time around,
Absolutely.
But ladies and gentlemen, that is the show. That is Raw. NXT tomorrow, 7:45. 7:45 Tuesday, Wednesday, 8:45 Thursday for TNA, 7:30 on Friday, and then, of course, more coming your way all we can get our hands on, folks. Thank you for joining us tonight. Check out all the socials. Go check out our merch store. It's pretty cool. That's it. I liked it. I think it's half full, not half empty. It was pretty good.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, happy days, Fridays. But yes, we saunter off on a Saturday note. Our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is all authentic. When you're talking about that rest, you better put that for life with it.
Thank you, folks. See you on the flip side. Come back tomorrow.